What's up? What's up?
What up, what up, what up?
What's up?
Hey, people.
We in here. We in here. We in here. We in here. We in here.
Hey.
It's that time again.
Again.
It's gonna be that lit one today. Definitely gonna be that lit one today.
We lit.
Yeah, as you can see, we got a special guest with us today. Yeah. Are y'all ready? Are y'all hyped? Share the shit out of this
I
real
feel
quick.
pretty
Put
hyped,
the lights
people.
up. I want y'all to bang for this shit.
Hit
tonight.
that button. Y'all don't have
the
to.
lights.
Y'all don't have to smash it. Just gently caress it. Just gently.
Either one, as long as it changes to some type of color, we're good to go.
Some type of color.
Yeah. So check it out. Shout to Jay Astro on the track and shit. For real. He puts that shit together in little music we got going on here. Right? Appreciate you. Hop on his dick for a second, which if you don't mind. Right? Definitely appreciate the homegirl in the gray. Driving out 2 hours where she started, it fucking snowed, so.
Yo, it legit snowed on
Shout
me,
out to
people.
dedication.
It legit snowed.
Right?
But you know, we're here. We're here for this because I could not miss an episode with this man.
Yes.
Yes.
And definitely hop on my dick for just a second if you would, because I'm a fucking robot. Right? Applaud me. And guess what? We got a special guest in this piece today, man. We have a special guest in this piece today.
So
Y'all
special.
wanted it. We kind of laid off a little bit with the mental health kick for a second. We're in our relationships mode right now, and we brought us a relationship expert. We're talking about A1G's, the relationship expert. Give it up for the homeboy. Hacksaw Jim Duggan out this bitch. Let's go.
Woohoo.
So, that was so sad. Don't do that shit again. Not like that. That was... What? That was so unenthusiastic. I'm gonna give you another try. Hold on. I'm gonna give you another try.
Is that better?
Oh, I was talking about Layla Gray.
Oh, my thing? I'm sorry.
It was so unsupportive. But that's okay.
I was dancing before you. I have to make sure everyone gets this link. That is crucial.
You're still giving out links.
Yeah, because people are like, all
Okay.
right, what do I gotta do? Just click the link, baby. We here.
So, we're going to get into it with the homeboy. First of all, we're going to give you a chance to tell a little bit about yourself, right? And then we're going to go hard, man. Like, for real. We're going to pause. But,
Pause.
we're definitely going to run you through the ringer, just in case you didn't know, right? We have our whole 21 question shit that we do, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm ready.
we got to run you through the ringer.
I saw this. I saw this.
You know what
I'm
saying? So
ready. I don't know
we're going to do that. But first off, we want people to kind of know who you are. Introduce yourself as you may.
How y'all doing? For those of you who don't know, I go by the name of A1Gs. The A1Gs is known as a music artist name. So I have been a music artist since the age of 18. In about 4 months, do the math, I'll be 30. And rap and sing. So that is actually part of the name.
Rap and sing?
Yes.
You got 16 bars or no?
Sure. I think
Let's
you
go.
You got it?
Yeah.
Nah, bullshit.
I got you. No music.
All right. Yeah, fuck that. We're going to stop this just for a second because I want to see what's going on. Go ahead.
Let's go.
16.
I be riding solo, but if I needed a gang, no on your ass in the rental. Niggas are talking shit till I get in a boot box, sleep me right in their dental. Bad bitch, little fish, coochie, you know she's all in my mental. She get the best sloppy toppy wipe, mama grable, put it all in a dimple. Out the definition of getting the money back with a person. AR monkey in the middle from the broke niggas made me nervous. Light your ass up, take it to mama, can't like the engine service. Running back up with your bitches, the mother of the choice, me base splurging. That was a caption on the story post. She put the emoji to cover my face. She get back home to your crib, now her Chanel bag bigger in your waist. Sit to your aspect light when I see you come out. Or you was the one that burned me from my breast, so I pulled up in the Vicks of the package label MIA.
Oh, shit.
How about
Oh,
it?
shit.
You know what? He
Wait.
just jumped out with it, though.
I wasn't even
There was
expecting
no hesitation.
I wasn't expecting
either.
that.
He just said that shit to
that.
me.
He
and I
said
know-
he took
I
the
had no
glasses
idea.
off. Like, let me give you this real quick.
Yeah.
I wasn't
No, he
ready.
just jumped in. He didn't hesitate. I love the
I wasn't ready.
Yeah, he just came out with it.
All right,
Pause.
okay.
But for the relationship talk with G's, so that explains.
This man. Yo, I love this guy. I love this guy. That was crazy.
That explains the G's and the relationship talk with G's.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, today is actually a very special day for me. This actually reminds me of kind of like my childhood. And this is like a big intricate part of my my childhood with my grandmother. I was grandmother raised, grandmother and mom raised. And the one song that I remember, all I thought was cereal, this, and the theme song was Watching All That. Remember that?
Oh, all that.
That's what I think about. And today is a very special day. My late grandmother, I want to say, today actually is her birthday.
Happy birthday.
True.
That's beautiful. Happy birthday.
I wish I could have it around one more time, definitely. And I could tell you right now, as far as, the way I'm walking and the success that I'm in my life, I know she will be proud right now.
Word. All right. So we're going to get into it with the homeboy. We had no idea that he was going to just spit 16, I swear.
Off the top.
I thought he was going to just say, no, I was trying to make him bluff. But
nah, he did not bluff. He said, I'm with
he
this
went, He went right in with that shit. I didn't even know that.
I'm with this
We came here to talk about relationship expert shit, and then he giving us bonuses. I ain't way mad at you at all. However, I don't know if you know what time it is, but I think the mob knows what time it is.
I want to play a game.
Ooh.
Right, so
I like that. That was good.
we're gonna play 21 questions, right?
I like Tom. I'm used to answering the questions. Let's go.
Yeah, no. That's all the questions. Right? Now, with 21 questions, right? The only way you can fuck this up is by hesitating or not following these simple directions. One, answer the question with one of the words from the question. So, if I say left or right, you'll say left. You're not gonna, don't elaborate, just blurt it out, boom, boom, boom. Oh wait, hesitation is the main thing that'll kill you in this.
No hesitation.
No hesitation, do not hesitate. Okay, so
You got raw dog this, bro. Well, go in.
Copy that.
yeah.
Hey.
Are you ready though? Are you really ready? Are you ready?
I think he was born right.
All right. Ready. Who did that? You did that.
I think I can feel that.
All right. So we're gonna go with 21 questions. You got the rules. You know what to do, right?
We know the rules.
21 questions / pick a side. All right. Android or iOS?
iOS.
Boo. Talking or listening?
Talking.
Oreo or Chips Ahoy?
Chips Ahoy.
Dog or cat?
I'm the dog.
Democrat or Republican?
Democrat.
Popeyes or KFC?
Popeyes.
Left-handed or right?
Right.
Regret or doubt? Which is worse?
Doubt.
Oh, would you rather owe money or owe a favor?
Old favorite.
Walmart or Amazon?
Amazon.
Uber or Lyft?
Lyft.
Alcohol or weed?
Alcohol.
Money or free time?
Money.
Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Ideal manhood. Oh, no, sorry. Ideal waists and hips and inches. I'm gonna fuck you up with that one. You get
Why don't you
hesitation
ask
for
him
that one.
breast or titties? Breast or titties?
No, I'm
Breast
getting
or
to that.
titties?
What? That's the same
Okay,
thing.
okay, all right,
No,
fuck it.
Wait, you fucking a whole rhythm up right here. You're gonna make him lose. So that's wrong. All right. Ideal woman size. How about that? Ideal woman dress size.
Dress size 4.
4. Yikes. Piercings or tattoos?
Tattoos.
Gun or knife?
Gun.
Superpower. Would you rather be able to fly or invincibility?
Invincibility.
Okay. Boobs or booty?
Booty.
Okay. After a long day, head or vag?
Veg.
Gotcha.
Hey.
Missionary or doggy?
Definitely dog. Hit her from the back.
Hey. He said he like ass.
Wait. So you got one wrong because he damn sure elaborated a little too much on that last one, but still he wins.
Woo!
You're allowed one fuck up. He said he really had to say that he hit it hard from the back. Okay, we got you.
Hit the veg from the back.
There's no fortunately. I think somebody moved my goddamn
What I'm
body.
talking
I'm gonna
about.
look for it. No. Holy shit. Somebody moved my body. Somebody's ass. Well, tell you what, bro. We got a prize. It's not the one that I wanted to give you, but we do have a prize. Baby wipes, baby. Baby wipes. Brand new pack of baby wipes. I think it's brand new.
Hold on.
Don't say that you can't use it.
Is
ever.
that the camera right there?
That is.
Guys, make sure you have baby wipes to wipe her off immediately so she does not turn you into the baby fountain.
He gave us a whole commercial for the prize. That's a first. He gave us a whole commercial for the prize.
He's got a personality.
So I had to ask you a question. So on my when I first started doing this platform, I have a very known thing called the bottle of the evening, and I'm big on wine and stuff like that. So, what is your favorite brown liquor?
This is brandy, right? E&J XO to be exact. A lot of people if you say E&J, I never show anybody. That's why I have my little fancy decanter set and shit. I know y'all fucking with me. I think with it. But it's smooth as fuck. You would never say E&J, but it's the XO. Like I said, I will never drink blue. I will never drink any stupid ass flavor. I would die before I touch red. But XO, hell yeah, do it. For real shit, smooth. And I never tell anybody. I just let them sip it, and they're like, this shit's smooth. Yeah, and it's goddamn smooth. And nah, I'm not going to give them prices.
I wouldn't
shit. They have to
expect
pay me
Smoove
before I
not
go
to
hard.
drink something smooth.
They're gonna have to pay me before I go any harder than that. And by the way, people, if you have not liked yet, please do. Put that like on this motherfucker. Put some respect on my goddamn name. I'm gonna read a couple comments up in this bitch. Joe Green Films. The music sounds like the last level on Castlevania. Nintendo first gen. Damn, that's pretty lame. Goddamn. Loredano says, he said Castlevania. And then we have the Ingenious Magazine. We're here. Appreciate you. Our guy A1. You brought some fans here. That's what's up. Michaela's up in this bitch again. Hey, what's
baby.
up? You look stunning. She's talking
Thank
about you.
you, baby.
Oh, shit.
Hey, stop
Ooh,
playing.
People are agreeing up in this bitch. Evanet agrees. And
Hey.
Joe Green Films compares. Okay, so we with that shit. The cars of the day. Today, we got the Bugatti Veyron still up in this bitch. And the Challenger. Anyone who knows where that is from, if you know where that car is from, the Challenger, it's a special Challenger today. I'm talking about that black Trans Am. What is that from? Does anybody know where you can find that black Trans Am? Does anyone know where you can find that black
Are
Trans Am?
they going to get a prize if they say yeah? Are you going to give them some wipes?
All you gotta do is come get it.
Here's a little fun fact about me. I have a personal love and infatuation for cars.
Do you?
Oh, we are car people in
since
here.
I was-
You are in the
since
right
I was
place.
6 years old,
I
from
need to
age
read up.
6 to 15,
You are in the
I
right
never
place.
skipped a car show.
That means you bust the whole pack down.
I was 6 years old, naming every car on the block. You're making
God,
one.
really?
Yes.
Really?
I always had a love for cars.
When I was
love it.
younger,
So I enjoyed that when I was watching one of these videos. I seen a car thing. I said, he has I had no clue. I'm about to call him, tell him which car to pull out the dealership lot. Pull me out the
finish
Bugatti.
it. Just finish it. Oh, well, you don't want the crumb.
Hey, so big. Yeah, that's Kit. Scar knows it's Kit. That's Kit. That is Kit. That is Kit, exactly, from Knight Rider. David Hasselhoff, who used to play in Baywatch, he was Knight Rider before that. And that was his car, and it could talk. This was in the 80s. The shit would talk to you. It had the little thing on the that red light that you can see right there. It used to be like, woo, 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 like light up and shit. And it would drive to you. And way before Elon Musk tried to think of that shit. It was autonomous back in the 80s, bro. The shit would drive to you. It would do stunts. It had all kinds of James Bond shit. This shit was
That
dope.
sounds cool. That sounds dope.
So, I mean, if you understand that shit, so anybody, oh shit, I got some votes for Knight Rider. Okay. Wait, I want y'all to vote now. I'm glad y'all understand it. Y'all know what it is, but I want y'all to vote for either Kit, the Trans Am, Knight Rider, whatever the fuck you want to call it, or the Bugatti. Make your pick. Yes.
Come on, y'all. Y'all
Even
can't go-
Evanet
y'all
said
can't
Scar,
go
I was first.
Bugatti.
We're
yeah, that's how I feel with the Bugatti.
Wait.
Matches
Scar
my
said it
fit
first. It
tonight.
looks like.
It does.
Oh
The
man,
Bugatti.
color.
Indestructible
I like
2000.
it. You know when I was a kid, I used
All right,
to
here,
make models.
check this out.
You
Anybody
remember
who
when
didn't
they
like
had
your shit,
model cars?
excuse me.
We're talking about
I
cars.
don't give a fuck. Hey,
We're talking about the cars you promoting right now. We're talking about the Bugatti.
Tom, just a second.
We
man.
saying the Bugatti.
I understand what you're saying, but we're gonna just hold off on that for just a
Oh,
moment.
he's breaking the combo. Oh.
All right. So now,
Oh.
there we are. All right, we're gonna get into our goddamn guest today, man, for real, because that's what we came here to do. And I know that's what you guys would love, right? Wait, Knight Rider over the Bugatti. Oh shit, we gotta vote for the Bugatti. We gotta vote for the Knight Rider right now. We're gonna wait for some more votes. The Bugatti has been raining chat for 3 weeks.
Though.
It's been raining for 3 weeks, but that's Knight Rider, bro. That's Kit from Knight Rider, bro. I don't know. I knew I had to come correct. Pause. To beat the Bugatti this week. I got sick of the Bugatti getting it because it's automatic. If that shit was clutch, if that was like the Pagani Zonda, then I'd be like, all right, let that shit rock. It's fucking clutch exotic. That's an automatic. And I understand it's a 16-cylinder quadruple.
W12.
Yes, quadruple turbo W12, right? Yeah. And 1,001 horsepower for that particular model. I take it. That's cool. But fuck that. That's Knight Rider, goddammit.
It's so good.
We're not going to do that. All right, so Dave. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up?
Okay, so born and raised in Philly. Grew up in Germantown.
Okay.
I graduated from the High School for Creative and Performing Arts, Capital Class 2010.
Okay.
And that's and a lot of that music background comes with that too. I was an instrumental major, played the trombone.
Wow.
So grew up in the church, singing. So music has been an intricate part of my entire family. My mom playing the piano, and literally like it just carried on and on. And trust me, like if I ever have any future kids, they will be heavily involved in the music industry. Music cannot die, no matter what kind of genre it is.
I hear you.
Whether it's rapping, singing, or whether it's what I was doing in high school, playing an orchestra, jazz ensemble, music cannot die. Music is like the most intricate part of life. It really
I
is.
agree with that. That's
Okay,
beautiful.
so here we go. Here's what we got. I'm gonna read a couple more comments here. Kid. Okay. From Scar, and then you got Joe Green's Films, laughing. Alan Clay says, "I need advice. My girl left me for another woman." That's awesome. Voice Sports has a message that's restricted, and then Joe Green Film says, "I'll join them," and then we have Voice Morris again saying, "Voice Morris popping in for Miss Layla Gray."
Thank you,
Hearts.
Voice. Hey,
Love,
baby.
yeah, Queen. Evanette says, "And Grandma Betty." Great. All right, so here's where we are. Now, what's your relationship status?
So I am single, 29, single.
Wait. All right. Okay. So, wait a minute. Now,
Talk to me.
all right. Now, here's. I got one good question.
Mhm.
If you're single, right,
Mhm.
and a person would come to you, I would imagine you might get this question that would say, "All right, dude. So you're single AF.
Mhm.
Why would I take relationship advice from somebody who is single?"
Single. Easy, very simple. Because I am the prime example of what a woman should be looking for in a man. Not only I'm single and childless. And at my age as a man, age 29, we're in the age bracket where we as men should not necessarily focus on being in a relationship. Being in a relationship is fine as long as the relationship is healthy and all the stuff like that. But as far as around this age, men my age should be focusing on becoming the best versions of themselves. And so because a man's supposed to be that type of person, like when you're in a relationship, we have a family, stuff like that, you want to have all your stuff together. You want to be the provider. You want to be the breadwinner. These are the things that hold the foundation of a relationship. So being in a relationship right now is fine, but right now, I'm on a roll right now, becoming the best version of myself. I just recently moved, have a nice house, have a nice car, I have a lot, I have a lot of things going for me, different types of incomes, different types of financial holds, stuff like that. So me, I'm the definition of what a woman should be looking for. And I also would encourage that to men as well. Men should look for a woman who is that single, childless. If you want to look for somebody that has kids, that's fine, you know. But definitely, I'm the example of the conversation that we should be having. So versus a lot of people, when they have children and stuff like that, you know, they have them and they're not married. So it's easy to say, no, I don't want to get married, but it's easy for you to have that child before, before marriage. It's easy to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the same thing as saying somebody who's married shouldn't be able to give advice because they've been locked in so long. They ain't been in the dating world. You can't tell me how to date. You've been married for 50 years. So it's like being able to give advice is simply off of the strength that you've been through these case scenarios, like you've been through certain things. That's like telling, what's the name of that football coach? Never played football day in his life, but they say he's one of the greatest.
Belichick.
Right. They say he's one of the greatest football coaches of all time. So just because he never played football, does that mean that he can't be a football coach? So it's like some people are good teachers than better doers. That's another perfect example. So the conversation is for everybody. It's for all kinds of walk of life. Those who are divorced, those who are in a relationship, those who are single, those who are married. Long as you're giving advice that has supporting facts and reality, you can help somebody out there. What you can't help is everybody. So that's my mission. I want to help who I can help, and I have a lot of the work in the background that I do. Like I have a lot of private sessions that I have, like coaching sessions, stuff like that. That's where the real work begins.
All right. So we got a couple of joints. Here. People got their say. This might have been before your response, but
I'm listening.
We had Scarce, bus riding car dealer, GC's laughing, and then you have Evanet, but you're 30, whatever that means. True Dream Films is laughing. Voice Morris says, so women should look for a man like you. ? Okay, cool. Money Grip is cracking the fuck up. Voice Morris again says, but he watched the game and earn the rules. Okay, and there are no rules in love. Okay, just do smoking. Joe Green Films. So we have a lot of people who are non-believers, man. We might have a little bit of a hole to dig out of here. So I want you to, and secondly, this is what I'm going to do right now. I want you guys to take a vote real quick. Take a look right now for the Bugatti or Knight Rider over there. And if you don't know what Knight Rider is, then you could look it up real quick. That is that shit right there. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to put the hotline up just for a moment. I want y'all because I'm willing to put him to the test.
I got the phone over here, y'all.
If his work is anything like how he just came up with the 16 bars, just like that, I'm a believer. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go with this right here. The hotline is up. If you have any advice, I know somebody said you had a woman, your girl left you for another woman. Come and bring that noise because I think he might have a solution.
He might have a solution.
That number is 215-666-6230.
And I'm holding the phone.
We here for
I might not pick it up, y'all, but I'm holding the phone.
It's okay.
I'm holding it.
Yeah. But anyway, that's fine. So you know what? Today you'll pick it up.
Okay.
But,
look at that. I'm picking up the phone. Leveling up. Leveling up.
So you're voting for the Bugatti apparently because Volkswagen owns Porsche and Audi.
I'm voting for the Bugatti as well.
Near every German car outside of BMW.
I'm voting Bugatti.
So we 2-1 so far. If we get one more vote for Knight Rider, that might be it.
Flawless victory.
Yeah.
Flawless.
Yes, exactly. MK3.
Finish him.
All right, so Dig, this is where we at. What do you think is the major problem today with modern dating, period?
Cooperation. Lack of, forget the respect part, lack of acknowledgement. The problem that we have is that, and I'm speaking on behalf of men, a lot of men, they complain that women, not that that they are heard is that they don't even want to be heard.
Women don't want to be heard?
No, men don't want to be heard by the women. And another issue that we're having is that a lot of people say that it's communication. Communication is the basis and the forefront to everything in a relationship, and what we lack is communication. There's a lot of people that just jump into relationships, don't know anything about each other. They're not dating. You're not getting to know each other. You don't know what type of traumas that you bring into the relationship.
I feel like
we talk about that a lot. Mental health and how it correlates with the relationship, and why certain things that you've been through, you will drag into the relationship and fuck it all the way up. Absolutely.
I think that's very true.
So what kind of traumas would you describe that are interfering with modern day relationships?
Well, when we talk about trauma, you have to ask yourself this question. Is it the last man that you dealt with? Is it the last 3 men that you dealt with the same kind of person? Or is it the kind of men that you're attracting? And if you're attracting a specific kind of man, and the same repeat kind of man that you're dealing with is the type of person that you result in the same kind of problem, you have to ask yourself, where did it come from? See, a lot of things start from home.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we do talk about that.
It's an unhidden action that a lot of individuals, let's not even just talk about women, just in general. It's a hidden action that people don't want to admit, but you don't know the type of traumas you're bringing out because you're just jumping into
it's your girl Layla Gray here on the show.
True the Fat with
Smoove.
You know
I'm sitting here. Sorry, I get to answer phone today. So what up? Let me throw you on speaker. What up? Who's this?
It's on the very bottom left.
Who's this?
This is Voice Morris from the Voice Hour Radio.
Oh shit! It's Voice.
Hey, Voice, how are you?
Bring it on in the middle.
How have you been?
Here, put it in the mic so that she can.
She's a good friend of yours, no?
Okay.
Or what?
So
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
To Mr. A1Gs, because
let me say
we had this conversation before,
and let me
and I just wanted to know exactly, since you say, okay, it's kind of like a coach playing, coaching the game, but he's never played before, they can learn the rules and kind of the fundamentals of that, but there's no fundamentals or rules in love. I just want you to answer this question for me.
I'm listening.
What exactly makes you a man that women should go for? Like, what if you are not exactly what a woman is looking for? Because not all women have the same thing in mind, what they want out of a man. What you might have may not be what they're looking for.
That makes sense.
What you look like may not be what they exactly are looking for.
All right,
so exactly how do you answer that question in full and really corroborate that statement that you made? Because you said that women should be looking for a man like you. So what is a man like you like?
Okay.
What are the qualities?
Got you. So for me, so let's say this: there is a man for everybody. There's a certain kind of woman for everybody, and I may be for one person. I may not be for the next person. The type of characteristics and what kind of goals and stuff and things, whatever. It may align with you, it may not align with the next person. So, speaking about me, for example, I'm a hard-working man. I don't take a day off. I chase a bag every single day, whether it's a 9 to 5 or whether it's whatever it is. I'm going to make sure that I'm holding up the financial forefront. That's one thing. That for me, I feel like that's an actual rule that a man should have. When it comes to money, it starts with hold on. I'm gonna run you through each one. Like you asked about the characteristics by myself. So, I'm a hardworking man. I'm a good listener. That's the one thing a woman loves is someone who is a good listener.
Shit, I don't listen for shit. Carry on.
and I actually am able to have conversation, conflict, and resolution with an open mindset. That's not biased. That's not argumentative. And that's something that a woman looks for. Like if a woman is having an issue about something, A lot of times she lacks the ability to sit down and say, hey, something is going on. But the type of person like me, the type of person I am, for example, if I'm with somebody long enough, I'll have an idea and know if somebody's having a bad day because I know their pattern and their attitude will change. And I'm the type of person who will actually get to sit down, have a conversation. Look, I don't know if something's going on, but what's wrong, baby? You having a bad day? Like, what's wrong? What happened? I'm a good communicator. You know, arguing, going back and forth, fight is not going to resolve everything. It's only going to just add fuel to the fire.
That's a problem.
Gotcha.
That's just a couple of examples of characteristics with me.
Yeah, I hear a lot of your characteristics are based on communications, really much talking the panties off of the women. When do the physical aspect come into it? Because women care about that. That's about 50% of the relationship as well, too. Because if you're not putting down physically, all that emotional and talking to me stuff goes out the door. I heard you say a lot about that financial, but there are some women that can really uphold the financial end on their end and really don't need you to do much. Some women might want you to stay home and be a cook and be that physical lover to her, rub her feet.
Yeah, it depends on the woman.
But somebody that's going to come in and relax her. Like, not every woman is looking to talk to you all the time. You know, that's only 25% of the relationship. So you got a lot of that entailed. Maybe that's probably why you're still single, my brother. You got to get the other 75%. But thank you.
Well, if you want me to answer that question, I can answer that question. I can answer that question. So you still there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay. So the question is, let me ask you this question. So at home, you said a man who can cook. Who stays more at home, you or your man?
We both stay home equally because we both work the same amount of time.
One of y'all has to put in the harder footwork. There's no equal. One of them has the harder foot in the grind in the relationship. One of y'all has to have the harder foot.
It's supposed to be 50-50.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait.
I think it depends on the relationship.
So let me ask you this: if everything is 50-50, we're expecting you to be 51% of the military, 51% of the firefighters, the dish diggers, the construction workers, the police force. So right now, where they're having a war right now, the Russians and the Ukrainians right now. If this connects to the United States and they say, "Oh, hey, let's go to war. Are you ready to go to war?" Or are you going to have your husband go to war and you hold it down with the kids? Is that something that you're ready for to go to war? Men, we risk our lives. See, the thing is, some women don't realize that men.
Which I know I am. Absolutely, I would go. If I knew I was capable of that, absolutely. Because that really doesn't have anything. That really doesn't explain it, because we have plenty of women in a lot of fields that you just named. Although it's not many of them, it's not because they don't want to do it. It's because that's not allotted to them most of the time. Most people will not take women in certain fields that they feel are predominantly male fields. So right there, you just
no. What I'm saying is, see. What happened is right there. It sounded like you just twisted around. So what happened is right there. You said there's a lot of fields that people are not willing to take women. Realistically, I'm saying right now, if I called you and drafted you and say, hey, you gotta.
I didn't say there's not fields that people are not willing to take. I said there are so many fields that are a lot of women in it. They are not allotted the same chances in that field as men are, because they feel it's a predominantly male field. That's what I just said.
So you're telling me right now that right now, as far as construction workers, like, we offer women more jobs to do construction work. So you're realistically telling me that they're going to be willing to actually do jobs like construction work and all that stuff like that.
I do know women that
we are in a
This is what we're gonna do real quick. I
know a lot of female engineers.
All right, if you just look at the stats and what women take their degrees in, it ain't that. Like, let's not do that, because there's always the anomaly, right? And I understand what you're saying and the equal opportunity and all of that shit, but women don't choose that shit. Look, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. With my job, you get your hands dirty. You get paid, but you get your hands dirty. My day job shit. You know what? Every single female that I've ever told, yo, they're opening, they're like, I ain't doing that shit. For real. They're not gonna do what the fuck I do. They won't. Women. We can't ever go ahead and say that females are willing to do the jobs that men do because they have the same opportunities, but they don't take it. They don't want no smoke with that shit, and that's fine. And now I'm not gonna get into the other part of the same, but that's just facetious right there. We can't do that.
And
we can't do that.
And the thing is, let me say this, voice. The thing is that let me say this, voice.
What is a woman's job as well, do? Would you be?
Let me say this. We're in a liberated world where y'all had the opportunity to take these jobs now, where y'all had to fight for those rights, and y'all had the opportunity to take them. They don't take them. Why? The vast majority of these fields are still the men, and that's reality.
But this is the thing. I don't know about certain things, but I know that there's more women. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of women that don't want to take it. I'm not saying that.
I'm gonna let her close out. I'm gonna let you
okay,
know.
go ahead, voice.
Oh yeah, but I just wanted to chime in and get those answers because I know that Mr. G's has a different approach to some of the things, and I think y'all should be willing to hear him out and hear his side of things, that he may be able to explain things from a different level, that people may be able to understand exactly where he's coming from and what he's trying to explain when it comes to people that are helping people with relationships, but they are single. I do say this, and I'm not going to be smart, but there are a lot of single people who are actually relationship gurus, if we want to be technical. So we don't want to say that you have to be in a relationship to help anybody, but it would be a lot more helpful if you were. You get what I'm saying? But you do good. I think that everybody should just, chime in and give this guy a chance to explain what he actually means, because I think he has some good points.
Thank you, voice.
I haven't spoken to you, I love you. Be safe.
Be safe, guys. Bye-bye.
Make good choices, baby. Bye.
And girl, you could finish up what you were saying.
What I was gonna say was, you're right. Like, there are fields that women, that's not their first thing. But me as a woman, and I guess I'm biased because I am the woman that gets her hands dirty.
Carry on.
I guess. But I'm saying, like, I've dealt with, I might have never been a construction worker, but I've dealt with people that are. You might not
have been. Have you ever had an opportunity to get one?
I didn't. I've never gotten that opportunity to be a construction worker.
Have you ever tried? Have you ever sought?
No, I'm not interested in construction.
Oh, okay.
And why is that?
Because I'm not interested in construction. It's not my
Have you ever
thing.
done a manual labor job or like a hard job where you had to?
I am a certified mechanic, sir. Yes, master mechanic.
You're a master mechanic.
Yes,
okay.
master mechanic. So I do, or
That's
I did,
good.
but I stopped doing it just for the sake of going into my other career, like what I want to do, because the thing with mechanics
is
is
or no?
I'm gonna be in a laboratory, so it depends on what you're talking about. There is a certain level of manual labor because you're not
laboratory,
sitting.
not lavatory, right?
Laboratory.
Okay, just checking.
No, but no, like that's I do mechanics. I dealt with that, but the reason I didn't stay in that is because I wanted to do something else. But it's my own interest, But as of today, I still love cars. I like working on cars. If something's wrong with my car or my friend's car, I'll do it. But I just don't choose to do it full time all the time, because the thing with mechanics and stuff like that, over time for a male or a female, it wears on your body. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, it wears on your body. And I wanted a job where it's like I could retire and be good. Unfortunately, most mechanic jobs don't offer the things you need for retirement, unfortunately, unless you're working a corporate company. But what I was going to say is, I feel like it's the interest of the woman, and a lot of that has to do with the way society perceives women, because in older society, women were the ones that were supposed to stay home, take care of the kids, food, whatever it was. No. And you don't see that. You see more of Disney pushing for there's more Disney and the things that little kids look up to, right? And stuff. There's more of we have more independent princesses. We don't have princesses working on cars. We don't have that. And it's the same thing with what they're saying with the whole when it comes down to your sexuality, what you prefer. Nobody cares what you prefer, but to be honest, I think I could ask any gay, trans, whatever, how many things are out there for those people? Who's promoting that in certain, we're talking about more, but it's not out there like that. So when a woman applies for a construction job, do I know females that do construction work? Yes, I've seen it happen, But could there probably be more if it was... My dad is a mechanic. You get what I'm saying? It's in my blood to love cars and work on cars. But not every woman has a father that is putting it in a perspective. They're probably watching.
Got a question for you. When you were a master mechanic, right?
Yeah.
How many people worked at your shop?
We had like on a given day.
No, just in general. How many employees worked there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We normally had 7 altogether.
7?
Yeah.
Including management, everything else? 7?
Yeah, I was management. There was 2 of us in management, and then we had 5 on the floor. So there were tire techs.
Okay, now but there were people who alternated days. So as far as employees all together, like everybody who came on every day, if you took everybody who was on the roster on any day, all together, as far as who were hired, how many people roughly?
I don't know, because people are in and out.
10, 20, what?
I don't know, say 20-something.
20-something. Let's round it to 20.
For my shop.
How many females?
Well, my shop was female run, so.
How many you had?
So we had a lot of females.
Can I ask you a ballistic question?
Yeah.
So, like, if I would have snapped my finger, right?
Uh-huh.
And all men on the earth disappeared.
It's Layla Gray on the show, Chew the Fat with Smoove.
We're gonna jump in.
And we have relationship with G's. What's going on? Let me put you on speaker. Hey. Who's this?
Cool. How you doing, Layla? My name is Sharif.
Hey,
What up?
Sharif.
How you doing?
What's up? I'm calling in because you kind of hit a nerve with what you were saying about like the whole Disney thing and them promoting women to be in the house and taking care of the kids. And it's kind of funny because
Go ahead.
the way you kind of destroy the household is by kind of separating the husband and the wife's roles, right? If I can make the woman, as far as the government goes, believe or be concerned with being out there and being equal with her husband, then I kind of destroy the household. If we think back to the 50s, right, when it was wives in the house cooking and cleaning and husbands out there making money, the house structure is a little better than what it is now.
Well, I'm not.
Let him finish.
I'll let you go. Go ahead.
We have mothers that kind of need to be out there, and I'm not trying to talk down on them, but they need to be out there. But now you have these little boys and little girls growing up without either parent in the home, and they're getting into things they shouldn't be getting into. And I understand that's based off of financial need, but we have to start at home with trying to instill that and stop trying to talk down to little girls or boys trying to understand that their role is, well, I'm going to take care of the household and you can be in the house, baby, to kind of help rear up our kids, if you have kids.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get what you're saying with that.
The marital rate,
I get what
you know what it was like 80%.
I get what you're saying with that, and I'm not saying anything about that, but what I'm saying is that if a female chooses to say, hey, I want to work construction or whatever she wants to do, she could. But the thing is, I mean, I agree right now, the way houses have been broken, it's terrible. But on the flip side, even back then, there were plenty of men that were working most of the time, and the freaking wife is home taking care of the kids, and a lot of times the man being absent constantly from work still affects it. But the problem what we have now is the fact that there's less people wanting to commit to marriage. In my opinion, that's the actual issue. I don't think there's anything wrong with a man, husband, and wife, one working, the other working. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I don't feel as though a woman should only be put in charge of kids and, you know, that whole lifestyle only. Do I feel like it should be an equal support network? Like it should be equal in a certain degree? Sure. Like, I don't think if a woman wants to do something with her life, she can't do it because she has to stay home, take care of the kids. I feel like she should still be able to do that if she wants to. And that's why we fought so hard for equal rights. But our actual issue is in my opinion, is the fact that people don't want to commit to marriage no more. Like, because the whole concept of marriage has been kind of demonized in a certain way, because it's when you think of marriage, you think of, oh, I am losing my independence. And that's unfortunate. That's the thought. But most people look at it like that. A lot of people look at marriage like, oh, if I get married, I'm not going to be able to do what, you know, they look at it as a ultimate submission when it's not necessarily that, you know. And I think that's new generation. I'm not talking about old generation, because marriage used to be based off of love, but now it's based off of money for a lot of people. True. Unfortunate. So that's all I'm saying.
You cleared that up for me.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it. Yeah, I'm not saying it like crazy, but yeah.
You're backpedaling a little bit, but that's fine. That's fine.
You
Sorry.
guys have a great
Finish her.
Carry on.
Go tune it in.
Hey, thank you for calling. Hold up, I'm gonna pass you to guys. Here you go, guys.
How you doing, boss?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, and I just wanted to touch on what y'all both were saying. And pretty much like when it comes as far as income, like you need 2 incomes. Like you need 2.
To live in this world now, you need 3.
I'm saying like both people like it's like a requirement for you to work. Like it's like, but the problem is that we have is we live in a fantasy of social media where a lot of public figures are promoting that either they don't need a man or that they got this amount of money. That's fine, but or they're actually promoting hot girl summer and stuff like that.
But that's what I was saying with Disney. It's an example. Media.
Perfect example. Beyonce when she made the song "All the Single Ladies," right? But who does she go home to? She go home to her husband when she leaves.
Yeah.
They promote the see the thing in Megan Thee Stallion, Hot Girl Summer. But who does she go home to today? She goes home to her man. See, what happens is they're selling you something that they know that you're going to buy, and you try to incorporate it into your daily life until the shit hits the fan, and you're like, well, damn, I just realized I'm not as rich as them. So, you need 2
That's
incomes.
yeah.
And it's like, we
true.
forget the simple concept. Hey, look, if I got a job, you got a job, we can make something work. And a lot of things is women use these them as idols and say like, hey, look, it's okay.
New generation.
And it's okay for like this, like have your own establishment. You want to be a boss. You want to be this, that, third. That's cool. But even if you do have all the money in the world, where is that going to get you if you can't share that with a man with like legacy?
Well, it's not even with a man or a man with a woman.
That you need 2 incomes. I think based upon how you're living, right? If a man or a woman
not live beyond your means.
What situation they're in? If the man or the woman is making enough money to take care of the household and is money managed right or properly, you may not need 2 incomes.
Well, it depends. Well, I don't fully agree with that only because the world's really inflated. But I do agree money management and all of that, and I think this goes hand in hand with what he's saying. Media is literally the destroyer of our society. It starts from Disney to current, and I think the thing is with 2 incomes, the realistic reason you need 2 incomes outside of inflation is so many people are trying to live beyond their means. So I agree with you. If more people managed their money right and handled it better, it would be fine. And I think if more people stopped marrying for money and for actual love, it would work better as far as the support dynamic to make that happen.
Another reason why they can't respect them, man.
But the more money that come into the house, if you're not managing it right, you're going to spend more. So
yeah, you spend more. You're living beyond your means. Like there's so many people.
Right, so you have to manage your money. Like,
yeah, 100%. I agree. Money management, I think, is a big deal. I do think, I think money management is a huge deal because honestly, a lot of people are working just to die. Like if you manage your money right, you can utilize and enjoy an actual relationship better. But as he said, and as you already know, like what we're being served from a young age to adulthood is even like with the damn Disney princesses, we went from Prince Charming saving these women to these women saving Prince Charming.
Now, see, here's the thing.
It just everything is kind of backwards.
I want to jump in real quick because here's the problem that occurs. Right, we have women who do get half of the Disney fantasy. Right, they don't want the part where they want to work. They want to be masculine. They want to be able to earn and say I don't need men, and that's cool. However, they still want chivalry. They still want you to open doors. They still want you to take care of them. They still want.
Yo, but wait, Smoove, not to cut you off. That's not even fully true because this modern, I've literally seen women snap on a dude for holding a door. Like we live in a really,
I hold doors for every woman I encounter, and it's never happened to my life.
It may have never happened to you. But Smoove, you gotta look at it. It's never happened to you, but you gotta. It depends. But you're not doing it in a certain way.
Different countries.
But you're talking about you.
It's never happened.
But you're talking about you. You know how many men get snapped on for stupid stuff?
Has it ever happened to you for holding a door?
Never happened to me.
Never. In life. How about you? Has it ever happened to you?
I'm
Okay,
not
3.
saying
it's a consensus.
either
Stop it.
way.
Let's not do
No,
that.
I've
Let's
literally
stop it.
seen
Let's
a
stop
girl
it.
snap
Let's
on
stop
a
it.
dude
Let's
for
stop it.
holding the
We can't
door
do that. Listen, whatever you want to bring to
because
the
she
table is cool.
assumed he was looking
Listen,
at her
Brenda
ass. I'm
Gray,
telling you, it depends on the
listen,
female.
Whatever you bring to the table is cool, but it can't be disingenuous. That's trash. We
That's
know
not just. I literally saw it.
That's
That
trash.
is, I saw it
That's
with my
trash.
own eyes happen
That's
experience.
trash. Maybe once in a lifetime. That's not.
But
the
I'm
overwhelming
saying
majority.
this is
Yeah, but
the
you know
world
what?
we're
But
coming
guess what?
into.
There's
Women
weird
are
stuff that
super
happens.
full of themselves. Men are full of themselves too. I'm not discounting men, but there's a lot of women that are super full of themselves.
Hold on, my point was that women want half of the masculinity, but they don't want to respect you as a man. You know what I'm saying? So they want that part of the Disney where they get the big wedding, they get some Prince Charming to sweep them off their feet and everything, but they don't want to treat the man as he's a man. They want to hold a masculine frame as a man should, and that's where we get to the problem. And
But
you gotta understand that there's different dynamics to it, right? Income, people sleep on this shit, but income plays a big part of it because income.
I think
for one,
all four of us could agree
that's
with that.
the number one thing that females look for, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Just like the number one thing that man may look for
like
is
income
beauty
too.
and peace, right? And if that's what they want, you can't fault the man for that. Now we run into issues is when you try to fault a man or a woman for wanting what it is that they want. You have to understand that that's how we are biologically wired. That's just what we're going to want inherently, and you can't shame a man for saying she looks beautiful and that's why I like her. You can't shame a woman for saying, oh damn, she's a gold digger. Not really, because the first thing females want is security, whether it be financial security, physical security. That's protector, provider, which are the most important dynamics that you would desire from a man in the first place. And you can't fault the woman for wanting that because that's what she inherently does, right? And anything else that any society standard that we try to put on top of that is bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're going to want what we want, right? Men are going to want peace. Men are going to want femininity. Men are going to want cooperation. This is what men desire, and you can't fault them for that.
But that's not all men. Some men really are more submissive. It really depends on the personality type of the guy.
There are some men who accept that because.
But it's the same as you said, like how
Nobody
you
wants
described,
that.
like women always want some type of security, whether it's financial, whether it's emotional, physical, just as you said. When it comes to guys, it's the same way. Some dudes want the girl for the brains and the beauty. Some guys want the girl like, oh, she got money. There's gold digging men.
No masculine man who's desirable is going to want a woman for her money. I'm sorry.
I know masculine men that are desirable and want women for their money too. And what makes it worse is those type of men oftentimes end up being
they're
pimps.
sought after. They
oftentimes end up being pimps.
Okay.
And that's a fact.
So
now they're able to.
You're telling me that a man is out here that's in the top 10% getting money on his purpose is going to go ahead and start pimping. We talking bullshit right now.
No, I know dudes that are desirable. They got their own shit and they're still pimping.
Come on, what we doing?
Listen,
but
that happens, and it's more than.
I want to let him go because we about to dive in just now.
Yeah, we're gonna die.
Go ahead, close out, bro. Anything you got?
No, I'm good, bro.
Oh, we appreciate you, but I gotta shut this shit down for a second, buddy. For real. Appreciate you, bro. So, yeah.
Wait, he has a thing to say. Shout out.
You go ahead, because I'm about to go in.
I do have a question though. So, you truly believe that? Let me ask you this: What is the number one thing a woman looks at a man for?
The number one thing
Yeah.
that
In
I
general.
would say the majority.
In general.
The majority, money.
Okay.
What is the number one thing that like? What is the first attraction to a man with a woman?
Physical.
Men are visual. How they look.
Yeah, how they look. But that's what I'm saying. I can't speak for every woman because some people, they're number one.
Vast majority
is money, but depending on the woman, it might be looks. So those 1 and 2 could swap depending on the situation.
Okay, on that.
Like
point,
for someone like me, like I make
1%,
money.
On the point
So
1%, but vast majority is reality. Vast majority is reality. Most women look at men, and the first thing they think about is, oh, if he's not making the bag, he can't do nothing for me.
But I know women that look at it like, what can he I know women that have the mindset of what, it's not just, oh, what can he do for me as far as money? There's also that, oh, he might have opportunities that I can make my own money. I know women like that too.
But those are women who are cut from a different cloth that think different. We're talking vast majority.
Well, the vast majority in this world are making their own money off of these dudes, and they don't want commitment. That is the vast majority of 2022.
This is the vast
But here's the
majority.
thing: it's not about. It's not. And let me say this. It's not about. Matter of fact,
I'm not saying what y'all saying wrong. I'm just putting it
hold
in
on.
different
I'm
perspectives.
gonna
Let's
look.
go on
I'm
forward.
gonna
Let me
look
go.
dead square at the camera. Take my glasses off to say this. It doesn't matter how much money you make or how much you think you're gonna make off a man. A man is wants the most simple things from a woman: respect and cooperation. If you can't get those two things, he will not walk you down the aisle. He don't care about your money, none of that. All he wants is respect. Men are so simple, and they can't get that most simple thing. They talk about what happens is I did a podcast the other day, okay, and it was called. I used the two colors, orange and purple. It was called "I Want to Sell You." Now this is kicking in now.
Go ahead.
Okay.
That's
It
that
was the
blending,
pocket.
baby.
It was called "I Want Orange, but you're trying to sell me color purple." Okay. And the
okay.
thing is, if I go to a dealership, okay, and I say I want the Nissan Maxima, okay,
How about
and
that?
you do my credit check. Let's call this a woman trying to look up your credentials and stuff like that, and say, oh, well, we can't put you in the Nissan Maxima, but we could put you in a Nissan Versa, okay? Or better yet, if I'm at a Kia dealership, I want the Kia Stinker. We can't put you in Kia Stinker, but we can put you in the Kia Soul.
You're
Okay.
not gonna do it.
And they say, no, I don't want that. This is what I want. I want the Kia Stinger. I said, okay, well, I tell you what, we can put you in the Kia. We can still put you in the Kia Soul, but at the same time, no, this is what you want. We tell you what we want, but then you say, no, this is what you want. No matter how much you try to sell us what we want, if you don't give us what we want, we're gonna try to go somewhere to get what we want. Cheese pizza. I want a cheese pizza. Oh no, we don't have cheese pizza, but we have it with the bacon bits. I want cheese pizza. If you don't give me cheese pizza, I'm gonna go somewhere else to get cheese pizza. Men are very simple, and we try to paint the picture and say, no, this is what you want. No, men, we try to tell you what you want, and you don't. Not only that, they don't listen to what we're telling what we want. You try to sell us something else, so like it's a turnoff.
But I don't think every female's like that. I mean,
See,
I don't know what it
Think
is.
about what
I feel like
they want.
But you can't say women as a whole because
no,
there's
I'm not saying
plenty
as a
of
whole.
women.
I'm not saying as a
But
whole,
you could say there's some women that don't do that.
When I'm speaking, remember when I first started, when we first went live, I told you I'm speaking half on what men are talking about, and this is coming out of men's voices. These men are telling me, and this is coming out of my sessions, private sessions. I can't say it because we have non-disclosures. We sign non-disclosures.
Sure.
What the vast majority of them say is, we try to tell a woman the things that we like, and it's like it completely blows over their head. So, when they get upset about something, they're going at them like, why you didn't do this for me? See, what they do is they say that they think about what a man should be doing for them, but they don't think about what they should be doing for him. The kind of man that you say you want, what does that kind of man want? They never ask themselves that question. I want this kind of man with this, that, and the third.
But then now I have a question for you.
I'm listening.
So if that's the issue, if most of these men are coming to you saying, I go to a woman, I tell them this is what I want, but they try to give me something else, why are they settling for those women? Just like women say, oh, I want this guy, rich, whatever, six figure. You guys know a song, right?
Okay.
Just the way they say that, they try to seek that.
Let me ask you this. The question is not why are they selling? The question really is, do you truly believe they're settling, or are they riding the carousel and still getting what they want from somebody else at the same time?
They could be doing that, but they could be doing that, but why do all of that? Why would you sit there, walk this person down the aisle, go through all of that headache, and potential divorce, breakups, whatever you want to call it. Why go through all of that just to end up sleeping with someone else that gives you what you want, but not end up settling with the person on the side? Why don't you be with your side person that's giving you everything you want? Now you're staying with somebody that's getting a headache from, but you're providing for them. Now you're providing for someone else. Why do that? Why not just leave the situation and go to something else? Because a female, when she's done, she leaves the situation and goes someone else. She doesn't need a side dude. Not to say some of y'all bitches ain't out there getting side dudes. I know. But
how you know?
A lot of, because I know females that got side dudes, but that's not the point.
Wait.
A lot of the females that I know, they don't have a side dude.
Wait. So you're telling me that it's very easy for a female to just simply walk away?
If that's the case, look at the divorce rates. Who leaves, the man or the woman? The man will sit there and provide for the woman that they know they're not getting everything from, get a side piece, deal with the side piece, potentially get caught with the side piece, and who's paying? Okay. The man.
I do agree that vast majority of divorces are about women.
Wouldn't it be better for a man to just leave and be with what makes him happy?
But let's say this. Let's not even get to the marriage aspect. Let's just talk about the relationship aspect.
Okay, even on relationship aspect, most men will stay with that same bitch and get a side bitch. And be like, yo, I'm not leaving. Most women end up leaving the man before the man leaves them. Not to say that every man doesn't do it, but that's the most of them.
But why is that?
I don't know. I'm asking you why.
Because our loyalty is different. A man could actually cheat and still be loyal. He's not going to have an emotional attachment to somebody else.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was about to say.
But
in most cases, he's not going to have an emotional attachment. He's not going to leave just because he's cheating. A woman will actually, they'll do the Vine joint or the monkey bar and go to another
and that makes sense.
Women has emotional attachment. So if a woman cheats outside of her relationship, she will find, the moment she does that, she will find every other reason to say why he's damaging the relationship, when in actuality, she was the homebreaker.
She could have been the homebreaker or homewrecker or whatever, but he stayed with her. He stayed with her. Even though she was the homebreaker or wrecker, she stayed with her. All I'm saying is you're speaking for the voices of men, and I'm just trying to ask these men, and I get it. You're saying, okay, it's a loyalty thing. I could respect that. 110%. I could respect that.
Please throw that like up. Throw a shit.
Yeah, I could 100%. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just trying to understand. I could respect a man that stays loyal to whatever he's doing. That's fine. But shouldn't we also be saying, instead of just saying, oh, women, y'all like this, that, and the third, but you don't want to do the work. Men, why are you guys staying with a woman that's not doing the work? Why don't you see your own worth and just leave? Stop being loyal to someone who's not giving you what you want. I don't understand why we're doing this. And I speak for men and women, you know what I mean? But, like, realistically, if a woman's not happy, she'll leave. If a man's not happy, he'll cheat. No, that's crazy. So you're just sitting here spreading yourself thin, literally thin, because oftentimes these men that are cheating, they're also making sure the other girl's happy, too. You're spreading yourself thin, and at the end of the day, you have to get your happy. Nah, fuck that. Men, y'all need to know your worth too. I think it's equal. Women, y'all need to level up, and men need to level up.
Do you agree that? Do you agree that a lot of men don't know how to walk away?
Yes, absolutely. And see, here's the thing. Particularly with marriages, goddammit. With a marriage, right? A man risks it all. His entire lifestyle. He can come from
that makes sense for marriage
to a fucking 1-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? ASAP. She could take it all away. And then with child support, that comes up when that's how it reads on your check. That shit, they will demolish you with that shit. They will destroy your fucking life if you leave. So you're going to stay. They'll go ahead and cheat because they need to get what they need to get, but they're not going to leave because unless the female is terrorizing you to the point where you just can't take it anymore, you're probably going to stay because it's not worth it financially. Like, and people say money isn't everything, but it fucking is everything because it's going to determine what type of food you put into your body, which is going to obviously have an impact on how long you live, right? You can't shop at Whole Foods and you broke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't eat all. It's expensive to eat healthy. You go to these vegan spots, they expensive as fuck.
110%.
You could buy a million burgers for a couple dollars.
But
No
that's
cap.
the thing, Smoove. I don't disagree with you. When it comes to marriage, that's a whole nother ball game for men and as to why they stay. I'm not talking about marriage because he said fuck marriage. We're talking about even relationships.
Men know how to deal with shit, and we don't be so emotional. We are better at adapting. Like females get emotional about, I can't take this. I can't do this.
What you're
Dudes
saying,
just do it.
So then what you're saying negates what he said, because if dudes are better at adapting, then why are these dudes going to counseling saying, hey, I'm not getting this, and they don't want to compromise, and they're accepting it?
How many men are on psychiatric meds and doing counseling and all that? I can say how many women, 1 in 4.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. I'm saying, I'm riding off of what he's saying. All I'm trying to understand is, he said he's speaking from a male's voice.
And let me ask you this.
I'm trying to figure out the problem. Because not every female isn't willing to give and receive.
And I'm gonna use your exact words you said. If you say that men try to stay in a relationship longer, why do you think that is? Because they're trying to make it work. See, relationships are not perfect.
They're not. And
let me say this.
Okay.
Relationships are not perfect. They're never going to be. They're not supposed to be perfect. Okay. When you're in a relationship, when you're in a marriage, you're gonna go through good, bad, and ugly. The problem is people don't know how to work shit out and stay. That's why the vast majority of relationships and breaking up by women. Men react more.
But the thing is, if a man...
Women are commonly more to emote.
That's true.
I'm going to jump into a couple comments.
I think that's true.
All right.
That's why.
We got Jason McClendon says, this is a good discussion. Appreciate you. Hopefully you subscribe. Hopefully you stay here with us and continue to mess with us. And Voice More says, yes, especially if she isn't in love. No more. So,
but that's the thing. A woman, now speaking from a woman's perspective, and I speak for a lot of women because y'all know y'all be getting these reads and advice from me. I speak to a lot of women. A lot of women will stay as well. A lot of women will stay as well.
And can I say this? When we're talking about equality of men and women. No, I don't like to get political, but let's politic with this.
Okay.
The system. Okay. In
the system,
the state of I'm going to give an example. In the state of Georgia, did you know that if a man and a woman have a child, if he is not married at the time that child is born, he has absolutely 0 parental rights to that child legally. She can put him on child support, but he cannot have legal rights to that child on the condition that she gives him a certain, like, if she chooses to give him 20% parental rights.
So it's up to the woman's discretion, is what you're saying.
It's up to the woman's discretion.
That's feminist, and that is absolutely sexist.
That sounds crazy. Georgia's crazy.
Right.
Georgia got issues.
Yeah, the South is wild sometimes.
The South is wild.
Another example, right? We get into an argument. I'm not domestic dispute. We get into an argument, okay? And the cops gets called, right? I never put my hands on you. He hit me, not a scar on my face. What happens to the man?
Nothing.
It's the same for women, though.
Oh, you mean if the dude?
If she say that he put his hands on.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter.
But no, it doesn't matter because if you're a guy, but fuck that. If you're a dude and you say she hit me, she's also going to jail. Coming from a political, legal standpoint, she's going to jail too. And if you even have a scratch,
if you say, you better say so too. You have to say
it's
so
a man too. If a man says, if the cops show up, and a man says this bitch hit me. She's going to jail.
If she just says it all depends on the state as well. You know what I mean? You have local laws and all that shit. So if the woman just says it and the dude denies it, then he's probably gonna go. He's probably gonna go to jail in many states. Now, if he says it too, nah, she hit me too. Then they're like, okay. A lot of times they will give you the choice. Either y'all going to chill, one of y'all leave, or you're both going to jail.
Yeah.
But do you agree with the fact that, all right, because we're talking about the point of equality.
Okay.
when it comes to children, right? The system is built around, and this is a fact. The system is built around giving in favor of the child's to the mother.
Absolutely.
I think that's 100% true.
That's about.
It's oftentimes the mom has to be messed up in order for them to.
I know two people.
And they take
As a
advantage
man,
of it.
I know two people as a man who have custody. I know like hundreds of women who have custody. It's just
And their
it's probably
thing
like
is because
it's probably like 1%, 2%.
and their
She has to
thing
be
is-
on drugs or something.
And their thing is because we carry them, they're legally.
No, but that's
Objective
the woman's part.
No, that's
the
not.
woman's-
No,
that's the
I
woman's
don't
part,
think that's.
biologically.
I don't think it's just that. I mean,
they're full of estrogen. They're supposed to. They're meant for
a
nourishment.
woman is
Right, but who-
literally
but
meant
who
for
helped
nourishment,
design?
but
Who helped make them?
the
man,
man,
it's
all
50%.
the man helped. That man
Right.
helped make the baby. Yes,
But this is the
If you
the
go
woman
see-
carries
no,
the
no,
baby.
That's correct. But the narrative, the reality is, and this is true, there are a lot of women who feel like because they carry them, they
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
they feel like they're entitled
But-
to have more rights to the child. The first thing, like they get an argument, oh, you don't want to do that, you'll never see your son again.
Here's what I'm gonna say, and this is facts. Go look up the data yourself.
dater.
Number one, I promote, period, dual parent household.
I
That's
promote
why
this too.
I absolutely encourage marriage, right, and or civil union, whatever you want to call it. It requires two parents, and I also feel like you need a male and a female perspective. Excuse me,
100%.
whomever may be offended by that. Listen, the male
think that's
and a female
valid, y'all.
perspective, extremely valid.
I
don't care
think
what
that's
you say.
valid.
You can't cancel.
But-
And
and-
second,
and-
hold on. That's one. Secondly, statistically, men who are single parents, the children, the offspring of single parents from men versus women, the outcome as far as collegiate level, as far as whatever type of job they do, as far as them being caught up in the justice system, is hands down in the favor of men as far as male single parents versus female single parents. If you don't believe me, go dig the stats on your own. Hands down, men do a better job at single parenting. Statistically. I don't want to talk about the anomaly. I don't want to talk about anything. These are statistics. Just like if you're talking about single parent households, right? If you look at the prison system, 70% of people who are incarcerated are from single parent households. That's why I encourage
That's true.
dual parent households.
I mean, I think dual parenting, and to piggyback off of what you're saying, for those watching, don't think. Okay, say your baby daddy, baby mama
I'm sorry,
is
I
crazy.
don't want to bang on you, but hold on, real quick. The reason I said it is to support your fact that you're saying that. I mean, statistically, men.
When it comes down to children,
for them to give it to women,
Right.
it's actually designed to fail, like you said, because if you're saying you're saying that statistically, offspring who are from a single parent male household do better in life, and you're giving them to the women, then yes, the system is designed for you to fail. There's plenty of things that are sexist in the system. Why do?
But this is why I don't believe in the
look at-
system
look
in
at
that
this.
way.
Let me touch on that, but so I don't forget this though.
Go ahead.
Okay. The prisons is the number one moneymaker for the government.
Oh yeah, it's a business.
prisons
and
There's people who invest
Yep.
in that.
Prisons and
Invest in
pharmaceuticals.
prisons.
And would you agree that the vast majority of, we talk about gender wise, that are put away are men?
Just beyond.
That's actually not true. Wait,
Well,
that's not true. That's not true.
Just asking a question.
Okay.
Would you say that the vast majority of that are thrown away or that are locked up are men or women?
Absolutely, man. It's hands
It's
down.
statistically women. I just wrote
You
a
said
paper about this.
statistically men,
I just
women?
wrote a.
Okay,
I just
give me
wrote
the
a
numbers
paper
on
about
it.
this. I just wrote a paper
Give me
about
the
this.
numbers.
Show me.
I could. Okay. Let me show you.
No, you know off the top of your
I
head.
don't. I wrote a whole paper about
Well,
it.
just
I
give-
could get
just
the
give me the
paper.
stats. We don't have to
No,
go
I don't
dig.
have the thing at the top
No,
of my head,
what-
but I
okay,
know
what's
for a
the
fact
percentage?
it's women, and I'm gonna tell you
Women-
why.
So you're saying there
and
are
I'm
more?
gonna tell you women.
Hey,
I'm gonna
look,
tell you why.
I got a
There
moderator
are
on here
more
who's about to
women
look
in
that up right now,
jail.
and I know he with the shits. Hey, bro. I need you to look
I'm
that
about
up.
to tell
I
you.
want to.
'Cause I
want you
wrote
to
a
give me
paper
the
about
number
it because
of how many
women-
males are incarcerated versus women who are incarcerated. Because I know this is cap. This is absolute cap.
Because we're
This is cap.
talking about.
Ain't nobody gonna do that. Bring it up. I want the numbers
we're
of
talking
men who are
about
incarcerated.
We're talking about hardcore numbers in
We're doing this.
reality.
We're googling this right now. Fuck the fuckery right here. Hold on. We're not doing this.
Here, hold on. I'm doing.
We're not
everything.
doing this. We're not doing this. We're gonna bring this up, and y'all gonna make me screenshot this shit and
Because
put it in
I
there.
just want to.
Okay,
I just
so-
want you to have a realistic understanding of
No,
what
I'm
people
not-
say
I'm
about
not
equality,
saying-
but
I'm
what
not-
it really is.
I'm not putting that down. So when it comes down to federal prisons, there's more men. When it comes down to local jails, there's more women. Now here's the thing. The reason I wanted to bring this up, because
Hold on.
this is interesting.
Go over this.
When it comes down to this, what I think is interesting is with women, what the paper I wrote about you guys is the fact that most women have more likeliness to
Which gender
be
has the highest incarceration rate? Despite recent forms, the United States still incarcerates 698 people for every 100,000 residents. My apologies. More than any other country. Compared to that number, the women's incarceration rate of 133 seems quaint, but it's the highest incarceration rate for women in the world.
It's the highest
I
incarceration
said in the
for
world.
women in the world.
in the world. Women
For
in
women,
the world.
for women in the world, but that doesn't say versus.
It's saying
percentage.
versus men. It's saying women versus men. I just wrote
Hold
a
on,
paper
no,
about
fuck
this.
the bullshit. Number of inmates, 9,964 female, right?
Where's that off of?
6.5%, and then male 143,000. So let's not do that. You're saying what you read
In the world,
listen, what you
overall,
read.
there's
This is
more
what
women.
you looked at. What you
There's
read
more
was
women.
that there are more females incarcerated
I wrote
in the
a
United
whole
States,
paper
in
about
the
it.
United States versus anywhere else. However, men versus women in the United States is looking something like this right here, which is females 9,964, male 143,000, 93%. Stop it. Let's not do that.
But you're looking at two different. Now you're being confused.
No. I'm not.
Listen,
I'm
all I'm
confusing you,
saying is
but I'm
there's
not
more
being
women.
confusing.
All I'm saying is I'm not
There's
saying
not more
anything
women than
what
men
you're
incarcerated.
saying.
That's bullshit.
100%.
That's bullshit.
You
That-
just literally read it.
You know that's bullshit.
You literally just read it and you
Look,
scrolled down
all right,
to get
I'm gonna
to
read
your
this as-
overall
I'm
in the
gonna read this
United
in
States.
slow-mo.
In the world, on a world
Hold
scale,
on.
there's more women.
That looks like
Period.
That looks
Despite the recent reforms, the United States still incarcerates 698 people every day, 100,000 residents more than any other country. Compared to that number, the women's incarceration rate of 133, right, which compared to 698, right, over here,
Okay.
right, seems quaint, but is the highest incarceration rate for any women in the world. Rate, meaning that in other countries, whether you talk about Sweden, you're talking about Zimbabwe.
We're
you're
talking about the world,
Japan.
United States. I just said in
As
the
far as
federal
women.
prison, there's more men, but on a world
No.
level, there's more women.
You're full of shit. 'Cause that's not what this
100%.
says. I don't know.
That looked like a specific chart just for women.
No. They're saying that women are incarcerated at a higher clip in the United States versus the rest of the world. However, it still only equates to 6.5% versus 93.5% for men. Stop the cap.
Dude,
Okay?
you could keep going. I'm not even going to
Okay.
fight about it, but
And
I
anybody
literally
who-
wrote a
listen,
paper about it.
You wrote a paper
Literally
about
wrote
it.
a paper about it.
What was your grade?
I got A+ on that paper.
That's okay.
Yes, because it was a final. It was definitely a final, 110%. Tell that to my 3.5 GPA.
Okay.
No, it's a fact, and I'm gonna find the paper too. But it's true. But I'm not.
Listen,
but the
this-
point is, I'm not
I
saying
hear your
that
point,
the
but it ain't
system.
that. Man,
I'm not saying the
you can't-
system
you can't give
isn't
me
meant
that
to
one.
break
You telling me
homes,
women
and
are
that's
getting
what I
locked up
was
as much as
just
men?
saying to
Okay,
Sharif.
you know. Go ahead.
But this is why I was saying to Sharif, I'm not doubting the fact the system isn't made to break homes. This is how they make their money. But people need to
I also
also
don't want you to doubt the fact
understand that
that
the system is also the media.
6.5%.
When you follow the media, like you were saying with Megan Thee Stallion, all these people, when you guys look at the media as your idols and you base your lives off of that, that is why we don't have high marriage rates and why people, it goes back to what I said.
Hold up. Here go my goddamn moderator. Wait. Let's get into these comments. We're not talking about politics or equality. Women stay with men after they cheat. Have
They do.
children with other
Men
women.
can't handle a woman
Keep
cheating, and that's a
bundles
fact.
of hoes and she will stay with him.
That's a
all
fact.
to make it work. She cheats. Okay.
That's a fact. That's equal.
Yeah, what men? You don't do that to a man because men like. Come on now, we can't do that. We're not doing that. I'm not staying with no bitch that's cheating on me. Are you kidding me?
Yo, men, and that's a fact.
I said,
Men won't stay with a woman that cheats.
So no, because
No.
because
No.
because no and no,
No.
and no, no.
And that's fine.
Women
And it's
are
a
not
no.
designed to have multiple partners.
It's fine.
Every other species understands that. Men are able to do. Think about it. A man can impregnate infinite women, right? There's no number on it. A woman can only be pregnant by one man.
At a time.
I rest my case.
It depends on the
I
species. too.
rest my case.
But no, that's
I
not.
rest my
But
case. I rest
what
my
she's
case.
saying goes into what he's
Hey,
saying.
wait,
It's
wait,
not
wait.
about you. It's not about what you're saying. She just said in response to what he said.
Did you hear me?
As far as the initial what he said, fuck your bomb drop. Because if I had a bomb, I would drop it. She was responding to what he said in the sense of I asked,
I don't care
how
what the fuck
come
she
men
responded
are
to.
gonna
She
sit
just
here
supported my
and
point. God damn it.
continue with these women
God
that
damn
they're
it.
not happy with and want to go here and
I
there
gotta
and
get
there
into
to
these
make it
comments
all
real
up.
quick. No, let me get into it.
And then on
all
the
right, we
flip
got some
side,
numbers here. Hold up.
Yeah.
I cross-referenced
Yeah.
four
So-
sources. There are more people incarcerated in the USA than China.
Oh, that's
Goddamn.
crazy.
Over 2 million total. Okay. 219,000 out of 2.3 million. All right, wait. GC, this is what I need you to do for me. This is what I need you to do. I need you to go hard on this one. Pause. I want women versus men incarceration rate in the USA. Because
But
she's
that
not a
doesn't
believer.
mean-
No, he's
No,
about to dig it
because
right
in
now.
the
Because you really,
but
you
you
really
can't
harping
say
on
that
this
because
one, and we're
I
not doing
said
it.
that before all this. I said in the federal prisons, which is federal, this United States, there's more men. I said that, but on a global scale, it's different. Because women in other countries and other areas don't have
No,
the
you said
same
on
rights
a
and
local.
stuff.
You said federal, and then you said local.
I said, yeah, and on
You
a
can run it
local
back.
level.
You
On
can
a
run it
local
back.
level, too, because there's more women jailed on a local level. Like, if you were
Fuckery.
talking county
You
to
talk-
county,
you talking
there's
to
more
strippers
women
and
because women are the ones that don't. The cops show up, a man more than likely chills. Cops show up, a woman still will show out and go to jail. That is a fact.
219,000 out of 2.3.
But either way, no, what I'm saying-
219,000 out of 2.3 are 2.3 million people are incarcerated. 219,000 are women, which goes back to my 9-point-something% that we was talking about. So what we talking about?
Dude, but
So what we
you
talking
were like-
about though? What we talking
But
about?
I already said that. I'm not going to keep
10%,
repeating
less than
myself. I said
10%
Yo,
of women
I
are
am not going to
incarcerated.
keep going on. We're talking about the
Okay.
United States.
Yeah, that's the
But
United States,
What I
yeah.
was saying to him.
You said on the local level. You really tried to make it seem like women were
On a
getting
local level,
locked up
that's
at a higher
okay.
clip than men. But it's 10% compared. So for every man, there's every 10 men that get locked up, there's less than one woman who gets locked up.
There can't be less than one woman. What, it's a
So
half
mother-
a woman?
No, it's less than 10%. There's less than 10. Now you want to be facetious
Less
again.
than one
That's
woman.
what you want to do. That's what
But
you want to do.
no, either way.
Go ahead.
Either way.
You just said it. 10% of us.
Finish your thought.
And 10% of our population, 10% of our goddamn population is incarcerated. Holy smokes, let's get it.
10% is
That's a
lot.
business. What? Compare it to every other nation. What up? Did you chew
I
the
don't
fat
know.
with
I
Smoove?
don't
Take it to
know.
the streets TV. What's happening? Who we talking to?
This is an avid supporter of my guy, A1.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey. Who we talking to? Who we talking to?
Avid. My name is Lisa Sparks.
Hey.
Lisa Sparks, what's up?
Hold on a second. Even though I'm an avid supporter of A1, I'm not going to let you come for my homegirl. I'm going to hit you with some statistics, my boy.
Hey.
You're not going to say it's more than 10% of women locked up.
Hold on. No. Hold on. Let's talk about the percentage.
Oh, she don't want to talk about that part. Go ahead.
Hold on. You're talking about the percentage of women that are locked up, but what's not being discussed are the
Something like that.
percentage of women that are putting money on men's books that are not even being valued thereafter.
That's fact. Still getting
Hey,
cheated
look,
on. Still
look,
with the
Tom.
bullshit. Mm-hmm.
Hey, look,
Mhm.
that's not what the point of discussion was.
No, but
I'm not going
you're
to
trying to
deny
drag
that.
out that one point of discussion. He said that, and we started talking about further after that. But then
That's
you
only
brought
because
it back
I
to
gotta
this.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, we brought it back to this,
basically,
but it's
I don't-
true.
I
I'm
don't know
saying it
I don't
has
know-
to be equal.
I don't know
both
how
ways.
far in you were watching, but basically we were giving examples of how
You're
people-
talking about the system, though. We're talking about relationships.
Yeah, bringing it back to relationships. Basically, what we were talking about is how
I wish I had more coconut
how
water.
is the equality between men and women versus how they paint the picture versus what the actual reality was. That's what we're talking about. So we were just giving different cases, scenarios, basically proving to say that women say that, oh, we'll do this and do that, but when it really comes down to certain things that men have been doing for an eternity, if I snap my finger and men disappear, hold on, if I say men disappear off the face of the earth, and we say, not that can you do the job, it's not even a matter of can you do the job, maybe you can do the job. The question is, are you willing to do the job that men
That's
do?
a fact.
We can't even.
That's a fact. There's a lot of women that are willing to, though.
I think, I'm sorry, A1, but you know I'm about to bring it, right? Let me clear my throat for you.
Pause. Go ahead.
For one, okay, it seems as though we're hearing a lot of what men do because you guys are living the journey of a man. Why does it seem like you guys completely hold women exempt to any contribution to life?
Wait. We didn't go do that.
Hold on.
Let her go, cause I'm gonna smash this later. Go ahead. Let her finish.
There's context when you speak, right? You're talking about what men have been doing for years, but what you're not discussing, the major elephant in the room, what have women been doing for years? There's a certain burden, an emotional burden that a woman has to have, an emotional strength that women have to have.
To deal with a guy.
There's a reason why, just like when the young lady was speaking earlier, talking about how a man can't handle being cheated on, but a woman can be with a man knowing there might be another woman, right? So with that being said, the emotional instability of a man is never discussed. As women, we have to hold the burden of not only the man, but we also have to pander to the white woman. We also have to pander to try to find a job, taking care of the kids.
That's true, because black women positions against white is different.
That everything is whole and that we're mentally stable and not looking like the crazy black woman. That within itself holds more weight than what a man can bring to the table.
Gotcha.
And I don't even think a man is more even versed in the capabilities of the multifacets that takes to even entangle those attributes. That inherently makes a woman, that changes a woman from not only being a woman, she now has experience with being a nurse's aide. She now has experience with being an assistant. She now has experience with dietary aid because she now has to take care of children and know the proper things and what to feed a child that not necessarily a man would care about. Yes, going to work and taking care. How many women do you know are working in warehouses?
Mad of them.
Awesome.
How many women do you know that are taking care of homes and that have
Mad of them.
I need the reverend piano. I'm putting that in next week, I swear.
How many women do you know that were taken care of? And I'm asking multiple questions that don't even
You sure are.
need to be answered.
Hold on. Let me. Can I interject? I gotta address some of this because it's a lot. And first off, I'm gonna give you your respect. I'm gonna put some respect on your name for your delivery. However, let me tell you something real quick. Let me tell you something about me real fast, right? First off, homeboy been married, right, for a long time, since like 07 and shit. So dig it. And I still with her. So dig it. I respect a woman, right? Right? No one can ever say I'm a misogynist or hate women or none of that stuff.
I mean,
right?
they could,
right?
though.
They could, but they be being just ingenuous, right? So dig it. This is what I'm gonna say. My wife hold it down, right? She understands the role of a woman. I understand the role of a man, right? At no point does she ever try to step into a masculine role, right? She understands her position. I understand my position. I'm a protector. I'm a provider. Homegirl does work. However, when it came down for the kids and all that shit, I was able to give her a decade off. You understand that? So what I'm saying is that there are certain things that a man is expected to do, and I ain't gripe. I did what I did. I hustled. I worked hard. I get busy. Listen, I sleep 3 hours a night right now. Ain't nobody talk about that shit. Like, listen, I'm willing to do what it do. She held it down and enabled me to do what I can do. There's a balance. But a woman has to stay in her feminine frame as I have to stay in my masculine frame. There has to be respect. There has to be peace. And all of that shit.
And that's
There's certain
fine.
things. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? So at no point does anyone have to ever say, to me that I'm misogynist or that I discredit a woman ever, because I give her props for what she does.
I get
But what you
that.
gotta understand is that the modern day woman is not on that type time. This is not
But
what you're
neither
gonna
is
get
the
on
modern
average.
day man.
We're forced to not be on that time.
Yeah, because
Okay,
you gotta
ma'am,
look at
can
the
I ask
modern
you a
day
question?
man.
How old are you? I gotta ask you a question, ma'am. How old are you?
Yes, I'm 35.
Okay, so you're kind of like on the threshold. You're a millennial barely, right? You're definitely not a Gen Z. So you should have some of these old attributes at least given to you. At least you've been exposed to some of these traditional aspects, right? So
Correct.
you understand, are you a woman who is comfortable in her feminine frame? Like, do you ever feel like there's a time where you should raise up on your man? Can I ask you?
Is there a time do I feel that I should raise up on my man?
Yes. That doesn't sound good. I gotta
I
tell you.
feel
I'll
as
tell
though
You know, because I would be fake if I don't want to be fake.
Don't.
Like,
I need you to be real, because I'm going to be real.
Authenticity, right?
Yeah, that's all it's about.
I'm 35 years old, which
Go ahead.
means that I've been around the sun multiple times.
Gotcha.
Right. I'm not married.
Why not?
I'm a single mother.
Were you were never married?
I was never married, right?
All right, let me ask you this.
Uh,
I got to ask you this.
I was in long relationships.
Gotcha.
And marriage.
Do you believe in marriage, and did you want to get married?
Why? What is this question?
I mean, you don't like it, and I understand, but can
but
you answer
the
it?
thing is,
A1 will laugh because he asked me this question the other day.
You already know.
All right,
I'm
can you go on? Can you come on with it though? Can you come on with it? Would you like to be married? Have you desired marriage at some point in your life?
At
Okay.
one point in my life, yes.
Okay, how old were you then?
oh, okay.
I was like
Okay.
20.
20. Okay, and that's a great time to try to be married. What were you doing to get married?
I was, out dating.
Dating? Okay.
I've been in a relationship for, I think at that time I was in a 3-year relationship at that time.
Okay. Now let me ask you, what made you decide that you were going to have a child outside of wedlock? If you were thinking about getting married at that point, what made you just say, you know what, I want a child more than marriage, and I'm not really concerned about him having the other half or her? Did you have a boy or girl?
That's a deep question that I don't even know if I want to answer because
But you said you're going to keep it real. You don't want to be disingenuous. You don't want to be dishonest. You want to keep it real. What are we doing?
No, it's not that I don't want to be honest. I don't think that anybody else is ready to be that honest.
Are you? Well, you know what?
I'm ready. I'm ready if you're ready.
I'm all the way ready. Fuck you talking about? Let's go.
Okay.
Today I got time, cuz.
I chose to have a child because at the time I wanted somebody to love me more than I loved myself.
That's deep.
Woo, baby. Hold on just a second. This is what I got to do with that. I'm going to tell you. Now, how much of that do you feel like is dysfunction?
Oh, it was a lot of dysfunction.
Okay. You know what? I fucks with you because you keeping it real. And I understand that. I could fuck with you because you shooting from the hip.
I'm not a baby. I take ownership of my past, which is why I don't have a problem talking about it. I just don't know how deep you're willing to get on your platform.
Excuse me? I go deep. Pause. I go all the way. It ain't no nay. Do what you do.
Damn, I have no popcorn, no juice.
So I had a very toxic home, and I didn't come from anything that was drug addicted or anything of that nature. I came from very affluent people, but the problem was they weren't necessarily good parents.
And that happens. You damn right. And now I want to ask you, what was missing from your the parentship? What was missing?
What was missing was actual love.
Love. Okay, so you were missing love, and do you feel like you needed to compensate at some point with men?
So yeah, we're gonna get. Yeah, that's where I'm going. So, you
Okay.
know,
I know where you're going.
Definitely, yes, I think you know, the toxicity from my home, you know, forced me out. I just kind of just left at 17, and you know, was in a relationship.
You had to find a way.
3 years at that time.
Yeah.
Found myself after that in another, you know, little relationship, and then I started finding myself in long relationships, but that even though they were long, they weren't necessarily healthy.
Absolutely.
Right?
But it was what you were familiar with.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I know where you're going.
So every person that I reflect and look back on it, and I'm like, damn, it's not the person that I was actually attracted to. It was the energy that.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. You were more attracted to the idea of love, the idea of affection, the idea of the sexuality, but it was connected to the person because that was your vessel. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was on the search of building my family. I said, you know what? My family's fucked up. I'm gonna go build my own family. I'm gonna have my child. I'm gonna.
Yeah, because you were searching for that love, that affection, that void that you were trying to fill,
Right.
because you haven't had it the way that you knew it was, or you felt like it was supposed to be from childhood.
Right.
So you wanted to compensate for it.
In my naivety, for
Mhm.
me to believe,
I like that
allowed
word.
me to believe that I could build it. Right.
Go ahead.
So you know, and at that time, you thinking, oh, all right, he looked good. He got nice teeth hygiene. All right, but did I look into the family? Did I look into, you know, how serious? Did I really know a man and that words are necessary for them?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, homegirl. Even though you're single right now, I feel like you got a grip on shit, and just knowing what you know and being able to be accountable. Right? If you're accountable, the first step to healing in any form ever is recognizing what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's true.
So you recognize it. So that means that you can now address the problem. And with you addressing this issue,
Absolutely.
right? You're willing to work on yourself, right? So I think you're gonna be fine. I don't care what your age is and all of that shit. There's gonna be somebody for you because and
I don't want no man.
no. Don't no.
Now.
Listen to me.
Now,
I'm trying to tell you there's hope. You gave up already. I know you hit the wall and all of that shit, right? So, all right, look, dig. Let me tell you something. So the high value man is out. Fuck
But
that
I
part.
feel
Fuck that
like-
part.
but
I feel
wait.
like you can get somebody who
I mean-
can add to you because you sound like an independent woman, right? Because you've already accepted the fact that you can do shit by yourself. So that means you're getting it on your own. That means that you can probably get somebody who's pushing half with you, right? And a dude like that is not going to be as demanding as a high value man. That's why there's some people who are on the internet who only discuss and address high value men. There is a whole bunch. Let me tell you something. 80% of the babies are created by 20% of the men. Pookies and Ray Rays at the very bottom do it, and then you got the top 10% who will fuck a few and bust a nut in them, and they will get them pregnant. Everybody else in the middle who will give you that attention, who you feel like is too clingy, too weird, all that shit, those are actually good men that are a little bit awkward, but with some time will fucks with you and respect you and delight you.
But
Like,
I think
you don't
that
understand
this
that
is
part.
also.
That's the part women are missing.
But this is the thing. Again, from this all coming
I'm
from.
gonna let you talk to the female.
This
Go
is
ahead.
this is all I'm saying, right? I don't disagree nor agree with anything happening here because
she's confused.
looking at it from I'm not confused
can't
at
not
all.
disagree or
No,
agree.
I don't know because nobody in here is speaking not facts. I mean, the system. I literally work for the system, so I know the system ain't designed for dudes. And on the flip side, as a female, obviously I could speak from a female, but fuck the system, because we already spoke about the system when we spoke about media and stuff when Sharif was in here. What I'm saying is now the issue is the fact that people are not marrying for love. The concept of marriage, what it used to be, has been demonized. And that's all I kept saying, it's been demonized. So the concept of equal and mutual love has to come from equal and mutual perspective. So when you say a man is saying, oh, I'm not getting this, that, and the third from my person, so I'm going to the other person to get it. Well, when that chick that he's been arguing with this whole time, because she won't argue with him if she didn't give a fuck, and she wouldn't be still trying to make it work, even though it's not to his liking, because he's not getting his cheese pizza and he's getting it with bacon bits, she's still there.
Honey and Eastwine. Carry on.
She's there. But when she finds out he cheated and did his fuck shit or whatever, it does something to her as well, because now we're addressing the fact that I got cheated on. And now when he leaves her and she leaves him or whatever, she's not just leaving free will, oh, I'm just going to emotionally involve myself with someone else. She's leaving scarred. Because getting cheated on, being put in perspectives from a man that knows he's not happy anymore can scar a female. And then when that female learns to re-love themselves without the attention of a man, you get to where she's at, and it's like, what the fuck do I want a man for? And that same guy is over here like, wow, she grew to be a really dope girlfriend. I'm trying to come back and fix it with her because now she's willing to give me all these things I used to have, but she's too scarred to want to accept it anymore. That's all.
I'm going to just say, I'm going to go into these comments real quick.
Thank you for being real. I'm happy that you called in.
Hey, gorgeous. That's Michaela.
Thank you,
Barcelona.
guys. Great show. You're amazing.
You're great.
And
You're great.
GC said 7 over 10 of percent of population is incarcerated. That sounds outrageous, but that might be listed wrong. Just wanted to clarify what was said before. 2.3 million over 330 million. Yeah, there's 330 million people populated in the United States. That's what we are, right?
Yeah.
13% black, right? And yeah, there's 2.3 million people incarcerated. That's outrageous. That's a higher clip than any other.
Well, there's a
nation.
reason for that as well.
Oh yeah, because U.S. decided to make it as a business. U.S. decided to put the shit on the fucking market.
Yeah. Yeah, I made it a business.
You come in jails in the market. That's outrageous. What the fuck are we doing? For real. For real. What are we doing with that? That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day.
Another whole nother topic for a whole nother day that we should talk about is
DSFGD says today. Go ahead, shameless plug. GC says great breakdown, my guy. Whoever I don't know who you're pertaining to. He might have been talking about you or you. I don't know.
But what I can say is this: moving forward, the question to the table in the conversation, the global conversation is, what can we as men and women do better to actually get to know each other before getting into a relationship, just jumping so fast and not knowing about each other, and then when you get in there, learn how to work things through and stay.
I got a question. Sex. What do you think should be the limit? Should it be the first date? Should it be 90 days? Should it be third date? What are we doing? What do you think, relationship expert?
I want to say first date, definitely not. When you having sex,
first date should not be fucking, no matter what.
What the hell did I tell you, Smoove?
Listen.
Because I had a whole conversation about that one time.
I'm gonna give you my.
Go ahead, let him go. Let him go.
Go ahead.
Let him go.
So let's make this clear. Women control access to sex. Men control access to the
relationships.
Okay.
Yes.
So I personally don't feel like, in my opinion, that sex should be had on the first date.
Why?
Unless you are dealing with a woman that you openly know that she did that with somebody else. Because if you had sex with a man on the first date and then you kind of find a way to advertise it to the man, he's going to want to expect the same thing.
Thank you. That's why I said.
A man's not going to want you to give him less than what you
let me ask you this.
That's what I said.
No, that's not what you said.
What you
said
that.
Was the man won't respect the relationship. What he said was,
respect the relationship. And
then
after that, what I said, unless the vibe is already there and you already know what you're getting into, because that was the second part. I said, unless you know what you're getting into already and the vibe is there, that is only time. And he said the same exact thing.
I didn't want to do this to you,
but. Said the same exact thing. I don't care what button you push. I said the same damn thing. I co-sign what you said.
So this is what I'm going to say.
All like,
no, but that was a whole different reason.
She
said, listen, let me finish.
He said just like
too.
that.
You got to let me finish on this too. She's saying that the man won't respect the relationship. This is what I'm saying. right?
I feel like that's true.
He's saying that you won't expect less, but what if the female decided to keep fucking, like whenever you on demand? Would it be a problem then? Yes or no?
If she decided to keep
Yes or
having
no?
sex, no.
If she decided to keep fucking, it would be fine, right?
No,
Okay.
but
so
that's
she's
the
a sexual
thing.
being. She obviously is a sexual
if she's
being.
a
If she fucks
sexual
on the first
being-
night, she's a sexual being. She might escalate the shit to 2 or 3 or 4 times a day. Who knows? There are some females who are like that. If
That's
you don't
true.
know, right?
That's
so
true.
if you fuck them on the first night once and then now you just like multiple times, and it is what it is. And some females have some type of shit or with them that can keep that shit going. Like
This
there
is
are some
true,
females
but
that- wait. He didn't say anything at any part of what he just articulated that a man will not respect you because of that. Because I'm gonna tell you, there are many men, right? Many men who will think that you can be that guy. Some dudes they'll be like, oh damn, she was fucking with me, dog. Like for real, dude. Like, no, that's that. There's a lot of men who are like that. You'll be surprised. Listen, let me tell you something. There's probably about 10% of men who got game. The rest are in the field and they don't know what the fuck's
Alright, so
happening.
then I have a
I'm not
question.
done, though, man. Hold on, not that whole girl. Hold on. So what I'm saying is that I know some successful relationships where people fucked on the first date and then were married and respect each other and all that shit. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you can't just disqualify a woman just because she fucked on the first date. Because a lot of dudes will feel like our
I'm not
vibe
saying
was so
that the
fucking
woman
serious
should
and so
be-
intense.
That's what I'm
and that
saying.
goes back to love at first sight.
What I said is,
there is such thing as love at
but
first
you
sight.
didn't listen to
because
the
love
second
is
part of what I said when we
subjective.
had that conversation,
No?
Smooth. You didn't listen to the second
I'm
part of
not
what I
even
said,
finished. She
Smooth.
interjected. I
Nope,
can't
nope,
hold
nope,
on.
because you're not listening. I said
Go
in
ahead.
that conversation, I'm like, unless the vibe's like that, that's what it is. But
Okay, so
we're
you
going to
said
use
unless,
the
but
words
that's what I'm
that
talking
y'all
about.
have been using this whole episode. The vast majority, if you don't know this chick from scratch, she's overly sexual with you,
Well,
and
what
you
is-
guys
what is overly
just
sexual? What
met.
is overly
Say
sexual?
she's just super sexual with you. Like, I want you right here, right now. She knows what she
That's
wants.
what a man dreams of.
Okay, but that oftentimes, if you don't know the person, he's saying, "Oh, I'm the definition of what a woman should want.
Let me
I'm
tell you
financially
something.
stable." She doesn't know
Listen,
shit
you know
about
what I'm
you,
gonna break down it for
nothing,
you? I'm gonna
and
break down
it's
reality
just
for you.
sexual.
I'm
Out
gonna
the
finish. I'm
door,
gonna break down her
a
reality.
lot
I'm
of
gonna
these
break down what
dudes,
reality
a lot of these dudes will look at it like, okay, this is a sexual thing. And when the fucking she goes through menopause or whatever the fuck she's going through,
She better not-
then he's
she
going
better
somewhere
not suck
else.
some dick.
Then he's going somewhere else.
Suck it often. Okay. I'm gonna put my
I personally think, and maybe this is just my stupid, naive beliefs, but I think you need to start to, more
Hey.
men and women have
This is
to
what I'm
start
gonna
to
say.
know people
this is what I'm gonna
in
say.
their relationship. If you don't know the fucking person that you're dealing with, you're
my
just
God.
jumping off, sleeping with them, doing whatever, in the back of their mind, they'll be like, do they do
You know
that
what?
with everybody?
If this is what
And
this
that's
is my
men
answer
and
to
women.
menopause. Hey, this is my answer to menopause. Right there, right there. That's my answer to menopause. I don't want to hear it.
Oh my
I
God.
don't want to hear it. That's my answer to menopause. Got me?
Okay,
Okay.
but I'm
Okay.
saying that's
Okay.
that's a great answer in
Yeah,
menopause,
it
but
is.
not a lot of women when they're going through menopause, they're going through hormonal changes. They're not even going to want to be touched.
Well, guess
A
what?
lot of
Well,
women
guess
are
what?
going to lose their
Guess
sex
what?
drive
There's
and
a
do
lot
all
of men
of
who
that.
don't want to go to work and provide, but they do it. They
Yeah.
understand. They understand duty. They understand responsibility.
Yeah,
and they do it.
but
And
women
they do
can't
it.
control
Begrudgingly
menopause.
or
A
not,
man
they
can
do
control
it.
going to work. A woman can't control her body because it's natural. It happens
What?
over time.
Your body?
A
Excuse
woman
me,
can't
can I show you
control
the
going
illustration
through
again?
hormonal changes.
That's not your body. That's your mouth.
A woman can't control
If you
going
can
through
eat-
hormonal
if-
changes. A man can control if I'm
you
going to
can
get
eat-
up and go to
listen,
work.
If you can eat, you can suck.
That don't make sense. That's not even equal, even halfway.
If you can eat,
Can I ask
you
a
can
question?
suck.
Yeah.
Can I
Stop
ask a
it.
question?
Hey.
Let's talk about the cheese pizza that women
Y'all must be really mad.
Fucking doing too. He's
Listen,
sitting here
just
talking
walk
about.
out.
He's trying to
Let me
relate
see-
menopause
she in her
to
pajamas
freaking.
right now.
He's
Let
trying to relate menopause to women.
Let him go.
Let's talk about the cheese pizza that women want.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Be realistic.
Always.
Hey.
If a woman, right, if a man cannot provide, does she want him in the household, in a relationship?
He don't
If
deserve
he
to
can't
be.
provide.
He don't deserve to
If he
be.
can't provide.
That he don't deserve
Did
to
he
be.
lose his job while they were already together?
No. We're talking about.
If he, when she
Dude.
initially or
She
initially
wants
fucks
context.
with him.
Understandable.
You speak grandiose. All I'm saying is that they're in a
You said
relationship.
grandiose.
They're in a relationship.
If they're in a relationship and a
And
man
something
provided,
happens and he can't
and
provide?
he cannot no longer provide, is he fit to the woman in the relationship?
Yeah, because I know a lot of women that are
No.
still in relationships.
No, he's
Okay,
disqualified.
I don't know about
he
you.
is disqualified.
He might be disqualified,
no,
but there's a lot of
job
women.
as a
That's
man.
bullshit.
I'm
There's
not
a
gonna
lot
let
of
men
women,
off the
but
hook
there's
either.
a lot of women. Something happens,
No.
but that's because now you guys
No.
are going back on what you said. If someone built their relationship off of love, and something happened to the man, and he can't provide no more, the woman is still gonna be there, and she's gonna step up. That's what it is. Every king has their queen right behind them. Every king has their queen right behind them. I ain't hearing it.
Time out.
The individual or vast majority.
That's bullshit. First off, let me tell you something.
If they're in an actual relationship for love, vast majority will stay.
Hold on, homegirl. We're not
Vast
gonna do that.
majority
We're
will
not gonna
stay.
do that. We're not
Now,
gonna
if
do
they're
that.
in it
We're not
for
gonna do that.
finances, they'll leave.
Hold on. We can't do that because in no circumstance, under no circumstance am I ever in fucking life expecting my woman to step up. If she want to do her thing in addition to
So
that,
if
and
you
add to
get
it,
disabled or something happens to you, you have kids
I'm
with your
gonna find
wife,
a
right?
fucking way.
You have kids with your wife,
if
right?
I'm disabled, you know what I got?
You have kids with your wife, right?
Motherfucker.
Okay, but is that going to be enough to pay for your bills, pay for your kids,
gonna
put your
have to.
kids through
Gonna have
college?
to.
You're not being realistic, bro. Not in the world we
Well,
live in. You're not being realistic.
I'm gonna tell you what realistic
You're not being
is.
realistic.
You know what realistic is? Realistic is
You're not being
401
realistic.
Realistic is 401k. Realistic is financial
And
investments.
if you look at all that 401k and shit, all of that stuff does
A lot of
not
what? A lot of
fucking.
what? Say what? Say what? Say what?
A
Say
lot
what?
of that stuff doesn't add up to the amount of bills you pay when you're working.
Well, guess what?
It's
Guess
for
what?
when you're
But then
retired
there's
and
real
you're in
men,
those
there's
50,
real men, and then there's
60
not.
plus
There's real men, and then
communities.
there's not. There's real men, and then there's not.
Okay, well, I know a
There-
lot
there
of
are
real
some
men
people-
that
there
are
some
older and they
real
can't
men-
work no more,
real
and
men-
they're in this
real
60
men
plus
put
community,
safeties in-
and that's it.
Put safeties.
So then, what
in
do you?
position
So,
for
so then,
that.
what's your safety?
Oh, I
Because
got
a
that.
401k is not enough,
No, it's
and
not
disability is
enough.
not enough,
Do you know what I have?
and
in
it
there?
eventually
Do you know what
runs
I have in there?
out,
Do you know what I
and it
have in there?
eventually
Do you know
runs
what I have in
out.
there? Do you know what I have in there?
I don't know what you
Okay,
have in
well,
there,
then
but
what
either
I'm
way,
talking about.
eventually
So
it
what I'm
runs
trying to tell you
out.
is that
It's
real
money
men
that's
put
in, and it's
safeties
gonna
in their
eventually
shit.
run out.
My family good no matter what. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I
My
know,
family
but
good
now
no matter
see,
what.
but you're saying we're
My
talking
family good
about
no matter what,
relationships.
is what I'm trying to tell you.
We're
There's
talking about
safeties- there's safeties
relationships.
involved.
Yeah, but we're talking about relationships. If you're with someone for love and they lose their shit and they have dead ass nothing, you're talking
Let me tell
about
you
you
something.
specifically.
As
Just the
far
way he
as-
said, are you talking about that one woman or the vast majority? The vast majority of men don't have a 401k. The vast majority of men don't have those
Who said
security
that?
placements in
Who said
place.
that? Who said that?
The vast
You can't do
majority
that.
of
I
men.
didn't say anything about 401k.
I'm gonna respond to what he
said
said.
you know.
Okay, yeah, I thought
I'm
you
not
were
talking
my
about
bad.
you.
Yeah.
I'm saying, no, I'm just relating it because you said to me, all right, well, are you talking about the one woman or vast majority? When I said the woman that is in love is going to step up and do what she has to do for her family, every queen's behind her king. I was talking about that. And you're like, is
Understood.
that one woman or the vast majority?
Yeah, but when we
And
play
that's
chess,
why
what
I was
happens
like,
if the king dies?
Well,
Game over.
But let me say this.
Go ahead.
The reason why I keep throwing the vast majority back at you because vast majority is reality and you can't beat the math.
Okay, and the reality is
No,
vast
listen,
majority of
listen, I'm
men,
gonna tell you something.
there's wealthy men, there's men that are good, there's men
There's
that
no-
plan stuff, but there's men that also come from broken homes. There's also men that don't have a game plan.
Not
There's
saying
men that lose shit. And if, I'm in a relationship with a man, he could have been making, why do you think so many millionaires and people that had so much money kill themselves when
Because
they
they can't
lose
handle
it?
it. But I
Because
came
they
from
can't
nothing.
handle it.
But I came
you're
from
talking
nothing.
about you. We're
I came
talking
from
about the
nothing and I
vast
will do it
majority.
again.
That's you.
If I
We're
lose
talking
everything
about
I got,
you,
I will
not the
do it
vast.
again.
Okay, we're not talking about you. We're talking about the vast majority of men.
So what, am I special?
No, you're not nobody. You ain't shit, Smoove.
Okay, so what we talking about? So what we talking about? So then I fall
You
right in with
should.
everybody
I feel
else
like
then, right?
I do feel
I gotta
like
be one or the
I
other.
do feel like more people need to
A
have.
lot of them are broken.
That's true. I feel
And they
like
still can make it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel as though there should be a little more. But the vast majority of dudes, there's a lot of men out there that aren't in a position. They might be financially good and stuff right now. But if something happens to them, their family's fallen. And the thing about that is they need a strong woman. That's why the whole term every queen
Need
has
a
their
strong
king.
woman.
Yeah, they need a
sounds
strong
outrageous to
woman.
me.
You can't have a weak woman
That's
raising
an
your kids, bro.
oxymoron.
You can't have a weak
Oxymoron.
woman raising your kids. That is a fact.
All right.
A weak
When
woman
you
raising your
say
kids
strong,
is
you
not
say
a
strong
strong
financially?
woman.
You say
No,
strong
I'm not
financially?
talking about financial.
What are
I'm
we
talking
talking
about
about?
relationships, love, actual love.
Strong
you guys
love?
keep bringing it back to money. Oh, a man's supposed to provide. Okay, well,
Yes,
you can't
that's his
provide
number one
anything
position.
other than money. Then that's why most women are emotionally going to another nigga. That's why women cheat emotionally, because you can't provide me nothing but money. The fuck? And then men are like, oh, I want a woman that's gonna suck my dick and give me sex and do all of this shit. Okay, she's sucking your dick, giving you sex and all that. Now you're bored and you're still with another bitch. Then she
Not
finds out
really.
about it
Men
and
don't
then
get
she's
bored with-
broken.
No man gets bored of his dick getting sucked.
No, I'm
You
not
out of
saying
your
you're
mind.
getting bored with the dick and suck, but when she goes through her hormonal changes and she
Then she
comes
still
of
has to
age
do it. It
and
doesn't
she
matter. It's
starts
duty.
losing her looks and her
It's duty.
appearance, vast majority of men right now are cheating. Vast majority of men right now are dealing with other females.
Vast majority.
Vast
no.
majority.
Wrong.
Yes.
Let's get some stats into it.
Vast majority.
Let's get into some stats then.
Okay.
Let's get into some stats.
We'll get some
24% of women report cheating. 28% of men. Let's do it. So what the fuck we doing? Vast majority. That sounds like the minority to me. Under 50 is minority. Hello. You ain't gonna look up nothing different. Fuck you talking about.
Either way.
Oh, okay.
Either way, what I'm
Carry
saying.
on. Yeah.
Oh, here's your new statistics as of 2022. As of 2022, 67% of men reported cheating on their spouse. More than twice. More than twice.
Get the fuck out of
This
here.
is January
Who
2022.
did that study? Where did it come
January
from?
2022.
Where'd it come from?
This one's fatherly.com. Wait, we could go through all of
Fatherly? What
them.
the
You
fuck
want to
is
go
that?
to IF studies? All right, let's go. As of 20, the other ones are outdated. 2017, 2018. Oh, this one's 2021. 2021.
What's the source?
This one's Brides. This one's the 2018 one
Brides.
is
That
from
sounds like a woman's
F
site to me.
Studies.
Let's not do that.
Regain Us, Best of Online. This one's 2020.
Go ahead.
Look at the dates. You want?
yours from?
These
Yeah,
guys.
where'd you get one? Yeah, where'd you get your statistics from? 2020. This is Yahoo.
Go ahead. Bring it up, Yahoo. Let's bring it up. She's bringing it up right now. Let's look it
Okay.
up.
46% of men reported cheating on their partners in the past compared to 21% of women. Either way, the statistics have gone up. More men are cheating, and that's just what is. That's
Why
the
do you think-
majority now.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm
Well,
telling
let's
you,
buy
just
into
the
that.
same
Let's buy
way
into
you're
that.
saying
Let's buy
that
into
these
that.
women aren't giving
Let's
you
buy
what
into
you
that.
want at home. The reason all these toxic relationships
into that.
happen
Let's buy into
is
that.
because these men stay with women they're not happy with, go out of the relationship and do something else. The other person finds out about it, then it becomes more toxic. Now they're leaving broken and they're leaving broken, whatever the fuck it is.
Hold on, we're gonna bring
Being
some stats
broken.
up. Hey, my number one moderator, bring them stats up from a reputable source if you can.
Okay, so let's put it in.
Wait, hold on. 21% of men cheat. Hold on. Cross-reference 3 sources. Name those sources, please. Cause he's on it. He got way more time than us. I'm just letting you know. Right now he got.
I want a
21%
statistic. Tell
men.
him no. I want
No.
a recent statistic as of 2020, because I saw those ones already. I saw the 21%. I need a
Oh, you
study
saw that
as
one.
of 2020.
Why you ain't pull it up?
Because
Why
that
you
was
ain't mention it?
2017.
Oh.
I want the statistics as of 2020. I don't want 2017 and 2018. As of 2020, what are the statistics now?
So
Recent
you're saying
statistics.
that from 2017 to
2020,
2021,
yes.
it went up like 40%.
I can almost
42%?
guarantee. Yeah,
Out
but
of your
look at
fucking
what the
mind.
fuck we're
Out of
living
your fucking
in.
mind.
Look at
Out
what
of your
we're
fucking
living
mind.
in.
Out of your fucking mind. Out of your fucking. What's that goes like that? You may do your
Men
thing.
that are dogs.
Let him go. Let him go. He's a special guest.
I
Let
want
him
to do
go.
a quick Q&A. Let's throw statistics all out the window. Okay.
Yeah, fuck statistics.
Let's
All right,
do a
let's do
quick
it.
I want to do a quick Q&A with you.
All right, let's do a Q&A.
Okay. Straight to the point answers.
Okay.
Why do men cheat?
Because they feel like they're not getting whatever.
What? And what's that whatever?
Insecurity.
Wait. Okay. And the type of woman that they're cheating on and stuff like that. The type of man that the woman is dealing with. Is this a person that that they got time to give each other understanding of the type of person that they're dealing with before they got a relationship, or did they just jump into the relationship and then it spiraled to whatever spiraled to because they didn't know who they was dealing with in the first place? See, this is the conversation this is what comes up in a lot of my
And I agree with that.
And this is what the reality
But this is
Wait,
it's because
wait.
dating doesn't
Let him
exist.
finish.
Because this is the main thing that comes up on my platform. A lot of these conversations that I'm having with women, they're dealing with men, and they tell me all the time that this man cheated on me, that he did this and the third. And when I come to ask them, I say, okay, how long have you been with him? And when they tell me how long you've been with him, I say, okay, how long have you known him? And, all right, so I've known him for, I've been with him for about X amount of time. When they say that they known him, I said, how long did you know him before you was in a relationship? Oh, well, like 2 weeks. That's not long enough to get to know somebody.
But that's why I don't agree with the
Let
sex.
him finish, and then he's gonna go.
Let me
We're gonna
say
let you
this.
go right after he finish.
This is the whole point of the vast majority of my conversations that I have with these women. They say that they haven't been with them, they haven't known them that long. So when you jump into these relationships, you don't know if this person is a kind of person who's a constant. I'm not saying that there ain't bad men.
Okay,
out
so
here.
but
wait,
what
Wait,
about
let him
men?
go. Let him finish, and then you're gonna go.
I'm
You're
not,
not gonna
saying,
interrupt
I'm
him.
not saying that there's bad men out here. There's some real shitty men out here. I get that. But you don't know who you're dealing with. You deal with the same kind of men because your pattern as a person, I say a relationship is a mirror. Date the mirror and blame the reflection. You picked him. So if you constantly dealing with the same kind of men the same kind of way, you keep jumping to somebody. Why do women keep, a lot of women nowadays, they jump into a lot of these relationships and, you know, it just happens without trying to get to know the person. It's because they don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
This brings, listen. Men are more sexually driven
Broke
than
the
women.
touch barrier just now.
Men are
Carry
more,
on.
listen. Men are more, listen to me. Men are more sexually driven than women. That's a fact.
Biologically, and we can't help it.
Right. But we care about a lot of more stuff than just sex.
Peace.
And that's what we keep failing to miss. And this is why these women are not getting walked down the aisle. Because we in these conversations we keep speaking over all the stuff that men do, and we keep forgetting about the fact that it is all screaming what you want, and you keep not considering what the man that you choose to be with wants. That's why he's not walking you down the aisle.
So you don't.
Men want the most simple things: respect,
Number one.
cooperation, and communication. They can't even
Feminine.
get that in these conversations that I'm having.
You don't think, but you don't think women, but you don't think women. That's a fact. Because why do you? Yeah, that's true.
This is the example. This is the
That's
perfect
true.
example of what
But
I'm saying.
my question
Hold
for
on.
you.
This is
He's
the
almost
perfect-
done.
This is the
He's
perfect,
almost done. He's gonna
and
close.
this is what you just said right there. This is the perfect example of what we're saying. When he says men don't want communication, right? Okay. We're trying to tell a man what he don't want and trying to tell a man what you want. This is the example I says. Men want orange and you're trying to sell them, but you don't know that because you keep assuming that that's what he don't want.
So
You don't want yes. This
So-
is true.
No.
This is
No.
true. This is the example.
You know what? You see how that's happening? How she's trying to
No,
tell
they-
men what
'cause I
they're
can
supposed to
bring you
want
one of
or what they want.
scares.
We're trying to tell you what we want,
We're
and you're
talking
trying to
about
tell
the
us, no, this is what you want.
No,
This is the
that's
example.
what he don't want.
What?
And another
Who
man
you,
don't
who
want.
are you talking about?
it depends
Is
on
this
the
a
guy.
disabled person?
This is the example of the title that
But
I had.
all I'm
we want
saying-
orange, and you're trying to sell us.
No.
So then, men,
Maybe
why
you
do you
want
guys?
communication.
So then, my
It's a lot of
question.
men is comfortable with not having.
My
that
question
much
goes back to
communication.
what I
How much
said in the
communication are you
beginning.
talking about in percentage wise?
Percentage wise.
Yeah, it had to be a percentage to it because you saying that men like more peace than anything.
So my question.
Yeah,
to
because
you
how
is-
many men don't
so
communicate?
My question to you is,
when you're in a
if you're saying
relationship?
that
What's wrong?
men don't
I'm
want,
good.
want to communicate, what's the vast majority of men versus women who want
women
communication?
women always complain about communication. Men don't.
What's your percentage of the vast majority of women versus men who communicate?
I know women communicate more than men. So,
What's the percentage?
Yeah, because
yeah, but
women
what's
are
your
more-
percentage on?
Well, that's
your
true,
answer?
because more women are emotionally driven. And you guys said it multiple times. Men aren't as emotionally driven as women.
All right,
And
we're
you
gonna
said
go.
multiple
I'm gonna let her
times.
go now. Let her go.
All right.
You said multiple times that men aren't as emotionally driven as women. Women will want to talk more than men. I'm not saying that
Talk
some
about
men
what?
don't want to
What is
communicate.
what is communication?
Real, actual communication.
Meaning.
What's wrong? Are you good? Whatever. How many men you sit there, babe? What's wrong? I'm good. Because of the masculine ego. I'm good. In my male head, I have to figure this out by myself because I'm the provider. I'm the protector. I don't want to put my issues on my chick. So therefore, I'm good.
That's that
And then
motherfucker
eventually, maybe men will talk about it. By the time you
That's
guys
him though,
talk
right
about
there.
it, by the time you
What
guys,
she's talking about.
that's most
That's
men.
who?
That's
Uh-huh.
by the time most people.
You.
by the time most men do communicate what the problem is, by the time men communicate what their actual problem is, by the time most men communicate what their actual problem is, it is already a huge problem because this woman, you're brushing her off so many times. Babe, what's wrong? What's wrong? We know you have an attitude. We know something's wrong. We know you had a bad day, but you don't want to talk about it in the moment. But then when you do want to talk, exactly, men deal with shit, and that reaction is exactly why I believe women communicate more than men, because how many times does a man? How many times does a man? How many times does a man?
I got a real quick one. I don't care what my day was like. I don't care what I had at work and all that shit. You know what happened? When I jump out of work vehicle into my vehicle, that shit never happened. All gone.
Okay, but you're talking about you again. I'm talking about y'all are confusing. Because are y'all talking about men or your individual selves?
Let him go. Let him
I'm
go.
gonna stop y'all in the middle of y'all conversation right there.
I mean, shit. I would no, fuck that, because you told me to shut up like 2 times while he was talking that whole time. I didn't even finish my sentence, and you're like, hold up. I didn't even finish what I was saying, and that's why this is why the communication. Because you paused me multiple times and let him rock, and I got quiet.
Go ahead, you got it.
Right. So,
but why do I have to raise my voice in order to get that?
You don't have
That's
to.
stupid.
You could've just.
That's stupid. Because I was like, yo, no. I had to raise my voice.
You can carry on. Go ahead.
Right.
What?
So,
fuck it. I'm done. I'm checked out.
She's checking out.
Listen. Right there.
We do.
Good.
Right there. The interaction too. Right there. Right.
Go ahead.
I wanted you to stop, and I wanted him to start a conversation.
I just went real quick.
So right there. Wait. Let me say this.
If they was in a relationship, I'm haul ass.
So I'm not using this example like. Well, I want to use this as an example. So when he was trying to explain something to you, right? Like this, we're talking like as if y'all had an issue about something, right? He's talking something, right? Right there, you wanted to cut him off right there. A lot of men try to have these conversations with women, and the need to be cut you off and hit you back instead of listening to them.
I do it all the time because I call bullshit.
And the point is, we're trying to express ourselves to you. We didn't want to express ourselves because every time we tried to do, you cut us off.
So you see what's happening?
You cut us off just like that right there, and it needs to be right.
Yeah, but what if you dealing with one?
And that's why there's no communication.
Like,
what are we talking about?
Wait, excuse me. But what if you dealing with somebody who don't give a fuck about what you
there is no communication because women do not listen.
No. But see, you're talking to a person. I don't care about your feelings. I care about mine more.
Oh, exactly.
So what are you going to do with that? You have to do with that.
We won't deal with that. No real nigga will deal with that. Sorry.
Apparently they do.
But the point is, when are we going to get to a point where y'all can actually sit down, communicate, and try to fix things? Because
when I say have a nice life, they be right back.
Because that's the point of a relationship.
No, they do.
Because that's the point of a relationship.
I had my type. You had your type of bitches. You did.
A relationship is not supposed to. It's not supposed to be perfect. You're gonna come across these stages. So when does it get to a point where when we come across these stages, y'all sit down, talk it out, and stay? Because when y'all go out here, now y'all meeting somebody new. Y'all know who y'all. You don't know who you're dealing with. When does it get to a point where we're gonna learn how to stay and work it out? That's the problem we have, and this is what's coming up in the conversation. Yeah. I'm gonna give a perfect example. This girl, she said she knew the man for 2 weeks, and they would just started dating. They was in a relationship. Now she's saying that he cheats, he's this, that, and the third. You didn't know that because you jumped into it so early. So I said, okay, so what are you gonna do about it? So when I asked her, are you still with him? She couldn't answer my question because she struggled to say that she's still with him. I said, okay, so you're still with him. Why are you still there?
Yeah, and
why are you still there?
I'm just gonna tell you. See, the ladies that you
this is the same question I ask everybody.
I'm gonna tell you, the men you were describing. Here's what they are.
No,
there's alpha, and then there's beta, right? And then there is.
I don't go by that.
There is gamma, and then omega. You were describing a gamma, and that is nearly at the bottom of the totem pole. The people who your type is gamma.
No, it's
That's
not.
your type is gamma.
No,
nearly at the bottom of the totem pole.
No, it's not.
Where you would whoever think they best is still a gamma. That's exactly the description of a gamma. A man who thinks he's the best but never is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's your type. That's your type. So what I'm trying to tell you is that with that shit,
sorry.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. With that, that's what it sounds like to me because
it's new life for women. Who gives a fuck
not
about
really,
them,
not really.
about them traditional?
No, it's not about traditional. There's still a sexual. There's still a socio-sexual hierarchy.
And that's the problem.
No, what are you talking about?
It's not even
No,
a beta. That's below beta. That's alpha, then beta, then gamma.
Who dominate them?
Then
what are you talking
omega.
about?
Wait.
Well, I actually skip delta.
You know,
it's alpha,
niggas love that.
then
What you
beta,
talking
then
about?
delta, then gamma.
It's about niggas who get money. They love that.
That's what you
They
got?
love being dominated.
Okay.
Now we're talking about.
No, but they're sexual beings. They love that shit.
We're talking
what are y'all
crazy
talking
now.
about?
We're
Y'all want to
talking
be in
crazy.
relationships
Now
or
we're
you
talking
want
crazy now.
to
We're
get
talking
money
crazy
and fuck? That's which ones y'all talking
It's
about?
the vast majority of
All right,
racial.
this is going left.
Let me say this.
Let's get back to the topic.
It's the vast majority. This is part of the importance of the conversation.
Money and fucking. That's all you need to worry about.
It's the
Just
vast
shut
ma-
up.
it's the
Give
vast ma-
women her piece and shut up.
Hold on. It's the vast.
Men are not allowed
That's
to
not
talk to
why
me.
they're being walked down the aisle. It's the vast majority of.
Oh yeah, we walked them down the aisle.
You walked down the
why
aisle
they-
already? You
I
married?
said that's why they walk with a
Hold on.
leash.
You
It's the
married?
vast majority
You
of
married?
the. It's the
Yeah,
vast,
you got people that walk
it's the
down the
va-
aisle and they be doing
it's
all
the
types
vast
of shit.
majority of,
And they're not happy.
Is the vast majority of the economy rich or the vast majority of the
sex.
economy middle class? There
Or
are more
poor.
There are more middle class than there are rich people. So let's talk about reality of what men of middle class and women of middle class can do to get along with each other. Is to stop worrying about a rich person that you can't
get.
I feel
That you don't
as
qualify
though-
for.
I feel as though.
And you don't even know. And you're so worried
Hold on.
about
That-
I'm gonna bring up.
You're so worried about
Listen,
a man that you can't
you know what's
get.
crazy?
That the man missed a
You know
right
what's
might be
crazy?
right in your face.
You know what? I gotta give this.
Right
I gotta give this.
But you not.
I gotta
you're
give
not-
this. I gotta give
Why
this.
do you?
I'm listening.
A
I gotta
majority
give
of
this.
people
I gotta
want.
give this. I gotta give this.
Majority of
I'm gonna let her
he
go,
naming
and then I
people
gotta give
who
this.
keep
I
talking
gotta give
about
this.
relationships. We talk about money and fucking.
Yeah. This is what I'm talking about.
And a man should shut up because a woman want peace. Why you keep saying relationship?
That sound like somebody that wants to be in their masculine and
No, that's not. That's
Sorry,
not.
look.
Women are
Check this
not
out.
what y'all like to
Let me tell you about women real quick. Women understand certain things, and let me finish. Do not interrupt me. Women understand when they want to get a home, if they're independent, they know to make sure their credit score is right. They know to get a down payment. Hold on, I said let me finish. Hold on. Hold on, I said to let me finish. A woman knows to get that down payment, so they ain't on no PMI, personal mortgage insurance. Hold on, I'm not done. I'm not done.
Right there.
Look, they don't understand. See, she can't even let it go. They understand to make sure they got a down payment. They make sure their credit is good, right? When a woman want a job, they make sure women are educated at a higher clip than men right now. They understand that you need to be. No, it's not always been. This is just now. Stop it. We go by the stats here. We go by reality. Fuck fantasy, okay? Today.
No,
so what we're
it's
talking
never
about.
fantasy.
Look, listen. They understand that they have to be educated enough. They go to school like a motherfucker. They take it seriously. Boom. They make sure that they get their resume right. Boom. Make sure that shit is good. They don't just wait for a job to come them. They go ahead and apply for the goddamn job. No. Right? And they make sure that they maintain the job. They do their duties, right? And women know how to do that shit in the corporate world. But they will never put that same energy into getting a man. They will never prepare. They will never make sure that they got their credentials right. They will never make sure that they are maintaining.
Why should they?
What the fuck? If anything that
So
you want in life
if a
that
man
you
like
feel is
you come
important,
along,
and then they hit
that's
the
your
wall
job,
and be
we
mad
can
as
still do
fuck
what we wanna
when
do.
nobody want to deal with
Why
them
you taking care of
dumbass
the house?
in their late 30s, early 40s, and nobody want to fuck with them because they didn't take it seriously. But they didn't understand how to do that when they want to obtain a
that's
car.
not
And look, they don't ever. Women don't go out.
That's
You know
not
what? You know what's popular cars for women? Accords, Ultimas. They don't try to buy that goddamn Lambo because they know it's out of their reach.
Who said that?
Right? But look, they know they always go for the Lambo dudes, right? They always go for the Lambo dudes.
No.
But they do not. When they got their Ultima, they make sure they take care of it the best they know how, right? When they riding their Accord, they take care of it the best they know how, right? Go ahead.
Where they get this from?
I
They getting their body done for
Hold on.
the man that they trying to
I want
get all the stuff from what he
I
said.
actually
And he said he don't plan They
Good
plan
job.
to be sexual beings
I actually
and look a certain way for a man.
I actually want to take your position on the conversation as a reference to my point.
Good.
Okay. Try to let me get this through.
Get it on.
So
let's not interrupt.
So basically, your position on this is be a woman's piece and shut up, right?
Yes.
And stuff like that, okay?
Yeah, just shut
so
up.
what that paints is you want it to be in the masculine and him being the beta male. What happened? Wait.
He's not a beta. Beta's
okay,
second.
Okay.
He be
okay.
at the gamma or omega.
Let's just say this. What I'm trying to say is you want it. Basically, you want to put your dick up. You want to be the man in the
No, I don't have a dick.
No. What I'm saying is, if you want a man to bow down,
It's not about bowing
wait,
down.
Wait. Let me
It's
say
just how
this.
they like to be.
Just like right now when I'm interacting, you want me to just shut up in silence, okay?
So
no,
listen to her.
The men in that position.
It's different now.
Men who are in that position. I'm just gonna say beta because the global conversation refers to the man who is the woman who is dominant. They look at the man. They just use the common term beta just for a common.
Yeah. That's
basically
society's terms.
A man who feels like he's in that position where the only way he feels like he can keep his manlyhood, because he can't get cooperation for you, is why they cheat. Because they're going to give him something that you're not giving him.
Okay.
But then
You keep worried about why.
Wait. Hold up now. Hold up, goddammit. When he comes, but then after he cheats, guess what he does? He still comes back home to you to try to make it work. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. Y'all don't try to make it work. That's why the vast majority of women is the one who leaves in a relationship. At least men try to make it work with y'all.
Can I put my hand up because I shut down? Because I already shut down.
Hold on. I'm just talking about your position on this. You want women to be the dominant person in a relationship. If I put you the dominant person,
okay,
that's the way you're coming off at it. You said for a man. You said for a man to shut up.
Why do you put title to everything?
Because it's either left or it's either right. Either you want to be in your feminine and you want him to hold it down, or you want him to shut up. You want him to shut up and fall back. That means you got to be the one holding it down.
No, not really.
No. It's either this or it's that. See, when we speak of grandiose terms, you're speaking around the reality.
Yeah, that's
you're speaking around the reality.
Okay.
Either you want the man to be in the dominant and hold it down, or you want him to shut up and
let you dominate.
Why would I not say he can't work? Why would I say that don't have nothing to do with what I want?
That's what you may not be saying that, but that's what you're saying.
No, it's not.
That's what you just articulated, whether it was inadvertent or not.
Okay,
sorry.
Go ahead, Layla Gray. What you got?
All I'm saying is to bring all of this bullshit together. When it comes to men, when it comes to women, all y'all people, you're not going to do well with a woman who is more dominant. She won't do well with a man who's more communicative. She's not your type. You're not her type. You have a type and she has a type. What needs to stop happening, the reason I believe, in my opinion, women leave first is because we'll sit here, we'll go back and forth with you, we'll argue with you, we'll deal with the bullshit, but then when we get into another emotional connection with somebody, most women try to level up from wherever the fuck they just came from. Now, in my opinion, the reason most women leave first is because we acknowledge the fact it's not going to work. Y'all keep trying to force something to work, and that's when it becomes toxic. A lot of these men, a lot of these people stay in relationships where it's like, I'm not happy, they're not happy, but let's still try to make it work. I think more people need to start choosing themselves and deciding what they actually will fit with instead of trying to force dysfunction. And that's it.
Yeah, but here's the problem. You're feeling like there are men who desire to be dominated. That's fucking bullshit.
No, there are some men that desire to be dominated.
That
Yeah,
is-
there are some men.
And
paying
of
for
course,
service.
you're going
There's
to,
some
you're
men-
going, you're
Yeah,
going
but it's
to,
a lot
No,
of men
not
out
going to
here.
no,
present
but there's
that as
that
a
doesn't
majority,
have to be.
and that's
That
bullshit.
doesn't
A
have to
lot
be.
of-
It doesn't have to be toxic masculinity. It doesn't have to be toxic masculinity. There's some men that are okay with their female working, doing whatever the fuck they do, blah blah blah, while they take care of kids, whatever. There are some men that are like that. I'm not saying it's the vast majority, but
It's
like
certainly-
every
Thank
other.
you. I was about to bring
But
that
like
vast
every
majority,
personality, everyone is different. Everyone has their person. What has to stop happening is people trying to force being in a relationship with people that they shouldn't be with.
I done named the title vast majority.
That's it. Like most people just end up with people and they're like, oh, we're gonna make it work. I'm gonna sleep with this person and I'm gonna come home and make it work with this chick that I keep arguing with. Well, if you don't dig her personality, you're like, she's too dominant, she's too aggressive, she's too masculine. She belongs with a masculine man. Let it go. And if you feel like he's too fucking
So you're
chatty
saying
and
that
annoying, then you belong with someone who's less chatty and annoying. Let it go. It's mutual. People need to stop trying to force
So
relationships.
let me ask you this. So you're supposed to accept
Or just because
a
they
masculine
cheat
female
doesn't
and
mean
then
you
what?
get to
Become
cheat.
hyper masculine? Is that what we're supposed to do?
No. If you're accepting a masculine female and you know her personality is masculine, then you don't be with her if that's not what you're
Yes,
into.
that's true.
That's
That is
all
very
I'm
true.
saying. Be
That
with
is-
the person
she's
that
damn
works.
right about that.
If you're a masculine guy,
You're damn right.
If
Leave
you're a
these
masculine
dumb
guy-
ass masculine women the fuck
Yeah.
alone.
If
and
you're
let
not-
them be
Why do
masculine
men- wait,
and
hold up.
die alone with their dumb ass dogs.
Why do a man know his woman cheated and still married?
No,
Why do
real
they do
shit.
that?
Let them die alone with their dumbass dogs. All these masculine or cats
Layla.
or whatever the fuck you
What do
drive.
you
Or, I
call a
don't care
man
what the
who
fuck.
marries a woman that cheated on him?
Who marries a woman that cheated on him?
And they just want to get them back?
But when
Shit.
I don't know, it's some vengeful
and
shit,
these are
bro.
also the women that also feel like, hey, I don't need a man. But when you get to age 65 and you need that $2.4 million to survive the
And your
rest of your
wants
life,
will be
where you
Then you really for the streets.
Where's that coming from?
But that doesn't make sense.
And
If a woman
and you realistically become what? If you don't have that amount of money that you need from age 65, 85, because no job is going to hire you, you become what? Destitute.
You're talking about the females that fuck men for money.
No,
a
we're talking
woman
about
that
the
is
females who's
working.
masculine that feel
The
like
woman.
that they don't need a man.
Listen. I'm a straight
Well,
up
listen,
Sigma
well,
female.
time out. I know what
I'm
you're
not
saying.
overly.
Oh, that means
I'm not
they're
overly
gay.
masculine.
But you know what?
I'm not an
They sleeping
overly
with a woman.
masculine female.
What's the average woman make? What's the average woman make? You know?
I don't
Yeah.
know about the
okay.
average. I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I'm
It's like
talking
40
from
racks.
relationship.
It's like
I don't
40
give a
racks.
fuck about the
That's
40
what it
racks a woman
That's what it
makes.
is, and that's not
But
enough.
if a woman
It's not
is
enough.
working,
It's
that's
not
maybe
enough.
that's making. If
It's
she's
not
in a
enough.
career job and she's building, she does not stop
Yeah,
at
a majority
40K.
of
Yeah,
men
but
don't
guess
make
what?
6 figures though.
But guess what? That's what
Majority
women.
of men
That's
don't
what
make
most
6
women are
figures, though.
stopped at in reality. That's what
No,
they're
but in
stopped
reality,
at.
a lot of men
I
don't
don't know
make 6
these
figures. So
women.
what are you saying?
Most women I
with
know
that
don't,
being
yeah.
said,
What do they have to do with it?
With that being said, if we take a
Reality
woman's
is way
average.
more- make
I
more
don't
than
know
women
why
make.
we keep going
No.
back to
If we
take-
finances and
if we-
stuff
hold on.
like this.
Every
though.
man don't make 6 figures.
But
That's true.
What I'm
So what are
saying
you
is,
saying? That don't make no sense.
What I'm saying, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying you guys, we started this show talking about how most people get in relationships because of money and this, that, and the third, and not for the right
Not me.
reasons. And not for the right reasons,
Well, a
which would
woman-
be
a woman-
love
a woman
and
get-
respect,
No, no, no.
communication,
Come
sex,
on.
whatever.
If a woman, I'm
But
not telling,
I
I'm
feel
not ever
as
saying this
though-
wrong. I'm not ever saying this wrong. If a woman is interested in
Why?
a man having financial security, that's nature. That's how women are biologically wired.
That's
and what
not
they,
true.
That's what they go
Because
for
I don't
for
give
real.
a fuck about
That's
a
you.
man
Why
with
you
financial
close?
That's you.
security.
But why-
That's you.
But
And
this
every
is
woman-
what I'm
no
saying.
woman
This
ever
whole
probably
show,
says they go
this
after
whole
the money.
show,
Never.
Trev,
But
hold
if-
up,
But time
Smoove,
and time
wait,
again,
wait,
the dudes
wait.
with the money get the bitches, and the dudes who
Respectfully.
don't got it don't get the bitches.
Respectfully,
Period.
and
Stop
when they
it.
have to
Ones
use
who got it,
Viagra-
ones who don't always
Let's stop
get 'em.
it. Let's stop it with
That's
the cat.
yo, but how
real.
many of these
ones who
dudes
don't
that
always get 'em.
pause?
No,
There's
stop.
mad
That's
dudes
true.
out here. There's mad dudes out here, and you
That's
went
true,
on with your
'cause a
Pookie
lot
and
of
Ray
men-
Ray
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
demonstration.
Pookie and Ray Ray.
A lot of men ain't making
There's a
Ray
lot
Ray
of
is
men that
a
don't
lot
make
of men
money.
ain't rich.
There's a
That's
lot of men that
vanity.
don't make money,
That's
but
that's about.
So
that's
every
but
man
this
Every
is
man-
what I'm
every
bringing
man
it
get
back
money.
to.
Every man
This
get
is
6
the
figures.
problem.
Yeah.
This is why people
So
are
stop
getting
saying
married
that
for wrong
bullshit.
reason. This is what I'm saying. The problem is this whole show we've been going against statistics, against
That's why I
men
never let
versus
men
women.
talk.
Oh, a
Shut
woman
up.
needs a man for money. A man wants a woman for his whatever the fuck he wants to. Nobody's talking about the fact. What it comes down to is if your personality is you like to be the breadwinner and you tend to deal with men that might not make as much as you because that's what you're happy with, be happy with that person. Accept it. You accept it. Therefore, there's no toxic masculinity. There's no toxic dynamics.
Or toxic femininity.
There's really, or toxic feminine. There is no toxic dynamic if you guys just start accepting more the fact that you're dealing with people you're not meant to be with. At the end of the day, you guys keep bringing it back into, oh, well, how many men want a woman, or how many women, it's biologically in a woman's nature to want a man to have money. And then when I say, and then pause, excuse me, wait 1 second.
No.
Then when I say, well, I'm the type of woman I don't give a fuck about. Well, that's you. Well, that's because it's my. That's what I'm saying. I'm not the only woman like that. That's why I'm saying you deal when we're talking about. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. We're talking about me. You can't dismiss it and say, oh, the vast majority of this, vast majority of that. The message in this whole podcast should be what we started it as people need to stop settling. Men and women need to stop settling and trying to make things work that don't work. Men, stop staying with a woman that's not making you happy. Go with that side bitch that makes you happy. Now, if you're married, I can't speak on that because I know there's financials and stuff like that tied in. I get that. I get that there's financials tied into marriage. But when it comes to a relationship, before you walk down that aisle, look at what you want. Look at what you want. And same thing for women. Women, if you're sitting here bickering with this dude, stop trying to change a person. Stop trying to change a person to adjust them to you. Just be with your person. And okay, you end up 60 years old and alone. Well, then have your peace of fucking mind instead of sitting here trying to be with somebody that you don't want to be with.
Why are y'all rude? She's talking.
I listen to everything she said.
Y'all not cutting her off, but y'all being rude.
Yeah, because
y'all mumbling amongst each other.
No.
See, that's why I don't respect you little niggas.
And that's why I shut up. And that's why I shut up earlier because I saw the fact that I'm sitting here. When I was trying to talk, when you were talking, I got shut up twice, and I shut up twice and let you speak. And let you speak. And then when you were like, okay, I had to raise my voice in order to speak. In order to speak. Yes, I did, because I was speaking, and you weren't doing, yo, let her rock, let her rock. You didn't do that until I raised my voice, and it's on camera. That is the issue. That's the issue. And let's go back to when him and I were talking amongst each other. You bomb dropped us or whatever you did. You pushed a button and said, "Hey, I'm talking." But then while I'm talking, you did the opposite. So what I'm saying is,
somebody run that back about 30 seconds. Then
I'm saying is, I thought the purpose of the podcast was
oh, look at y'all sucking up.
Ain't no sucking up. I gave you that before. Stop. You can't get that.
No, I don't care. I personally don't care because I don't give a fuck. None of y'all are my boyfriend, so I don't care. But what I'm saying is I thought the purpose of this podcast is to educate people about being, you're a relationship expert, right? The whole time you're talking about vast majority and this, that, and the third. Same thing with you. I don't give a fuck about the vast majority because we need to speak for the anomaly too. Because what do you say? Listen, yes, because what do you say? High frequency, we love the low frequency bullshit too. Well, the anomaly could be that low frequency bullshit we fuck with too. So overall, I think the message of this podcast should be stop dealing with people that you guys shouldn't be with. I have nothing against making a relationship work. Relationships are trials and tribulations and bullshit. Things happen in relationships. If you guys in every other front are clicking and you have a bad day, fuck it. But if you're constantly bickering and fighting and trying to change each other, go find the person you're meant to be with. That's all I'm saying. I have nothing else to say.
All right, good. I'm glad. We're going to give her another one. Time out. Here's what I'm going to do. I have to, because she went on something right here that didn't make any fucking sense. And
it did make sense.
I have to stop it. Because she said, go ahead and be with that side bitch. And this is what I'm going to tell you about a side bitch. Let me tell you something about a side bitch. Here we go, right? Let's just take a famous chain that everybody's familiar with. There's a Mickey D's, right? Everybody at some point went through some type of job like a Mickey D's. If you haven't been through Mickey D's, personally, right? And guess what? There are people who are managers. There are people who are workers. And guess what? It's extremely rare, right? It takes time. Like, there are people, or any job, you're familiar with corporate America or whatever. There are people who have certain degrees, certain attributes, that qualify them for certain positions. Now, guess what? That side bitch is a great worker. However, you don't go with the side bitch because the side bitch doesn't have the attributes and qualifications to qualify to manage.
But I'm not
Period.
talking about
So
just
there- under
sexual
no
side
circumstances,
bitches. There's
if you
men
think
that
you're a
form
side
whole
bitch that is
relationships.
ever going to
No,
graduate
it's
to
too many
wifey.
side bitches
Hold on,
with
I'm
too
not
many
fucking
people's
done.
side
Hold on,
kids.
hold on.
That's a fact. I'm not
There's-
talking
They
about
got
just
them
the.
kids.
Well, guess what?
I'm
Tell me-
not
I wasn't
talking
done.
about
I
just
wasn't
side
done.
bitches as far as
But no,
sexual.
oh,
I'm talking about the men that sit here and build a whole relationship.
said go with that side
and
bitch,
do
yes
that.
or no?
Yeah, because there's men that
Okay.
have whole relationships, whole houses with the side
Well,
bitch,
guess what?
but
This is
still
what I'm
bounce
gonna tell you.
home.
There's a
Now, if you're
reason.
talking
That's
about
crazy.
just
You don't, if
sexual
you're a
shit,
side bitch and you are not the main bitch, you just might not qualify to be a man of yours.
so the main
Period.
Bitch, all right, so the main bitch qualifies to be cheated on.
She qualifies to be a manager.
She
No,
managed.
she's
No, so
qualified.
she
And she
qualifies
don't-
to
and
be
she doesn't-
cheated on.
she
Because
does-
she
well,
not-
guess
No,
what?
no.
Get
That
your fucking
if
right.
There's
if
work.
the main
There's work.
bitch is the
There's
manager,
work.
No.
if a main female is the manager, then how come she's letting workers fuck her company?
Because she's not going to do all the dirty work. Sometimes she don't be willing to do the dirty work. There are some managers who get their hands dirty and dig in, and there are some managers who let the workers
And so
do
then
what
when
the
the
workers
workers
do.
do
That
the
does not
dirty
make any
work,
sense.
that doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
No,
Okay,
it doesn't make sense
It
to
doesn't
you.
make
It
sense
doesn't make
because
sense
at
to
the
you.
end of the
Ladies,
day,
start
listen.
checking your men bank account. If you don't have access to his motherfucking bank and his money, bitch, you're felon. All right? There's no way you could be a wife and you don't know what's going on in his bank account.
Right there, what you just said, that just painted it.
Because that bitch that's in
Hold on,
home,
you
she
can't
ain't got no money.
but you
She
can't
don't got
say
no money. She need that bank account.
And
What
that's-
you talking about?
and
That's
that's
his duty to provide. She need
Let
his
her
bank
finish and then you can
account.
go. Go ahead.
Need his bank account.
every wife I know
Okay.
does
Bitch,
have
get that
access
bank
to his bank
account.
account.
Go ahead.
And that paints the perfect example
Let me
of
stop, yo. I'm acting up
what
crazy.
I just said earlier,
Which is, go ahead.
which is the number one thing that women look at men about is their.
No, because you got to make sure he's not
Hold on.
doing shit.
Let her- let her
No,
finish. Let her
that's
finish.
how you get
Hold
to
on.
see
Stop.
what a
Let
man
her
is
finish.
doing.
Let her
Hold on.
finish.
Put a tracker on they shit.
Oh my God.
Follow these niggas. Bitches,
Hold on,
let's.
hold on.
I'm gonna help you find your man if he
what,
cheating.
but that's literally. But that's
Somebody
literally,
hit me up.
Hey,
If
I
you want
just
to find
feel
what your
like-
man is doing, hit
Hey,
me
dude.
up.
I feel
pay.
like-
Hold on.
You got
You're
paid.
destroying the podcast. He
I
let you
feel
finish.
like-
Let him go.
No,
Let him go.
I'm not destroying
And
it.
then- and
I'm
then
gonna help a
Sailor.
bitch find out what her
Hold
man
on.
is doing.
Let him go,
Please
please.
hit me up.
We kind of need.
I pay for the.
All right, can I say something?
Go ahead, bro.
All right, so all right. The bottom line of what I'm trying to say is, on my platform, the mission of my platform is to help both men and women alike. Most of the people I speak to are women. Help and understand.
Speak up. Use that manly voice,
No,
man.
they can hear him. They can hear him.
listen.
Let him go. Let him go.
Listen. The purpose of my platform, my mission is to the people that I speak to, is to help men and women alike,
You
women in
heard me.
particular who I speak with.
Any comments?
Help and understand.
Read it.
Hold on, let me say this.
Let me go.
I want them to understand like the problems that they come across with the men that they deal with. So when they present these issues to me, I ask them a set of the same questions. I ask them like, okay, how long did you know them before you met them? And I want them to understand the kind of person that they're walking to. That's what it really starts with. It
Oh,
starts
you gotta
with,
be mine. You gotta be somewhere
listen,
different.
it starts with how long did you know them, and before you consider a relationship. And what happens in a lot of my conversations is, a lot of women, they say that they had known a man that long before they started dating, before they started fucking. But that literally is the problem. And that is the narrative that needs to change. You need to start knowing people a little bit more. And then you'll realize that maybe that you come across 1, 2, 3 people that you recently dated. You're dealing with the same kind of caliber of person.
Over and over again.
So then you need to look at yourself and start taking accountability and saying, I'm not trying to throw a bow and arrow and say that you're the devil, you're the demon, the woman is the demon. I just want the women that I speak to, I want women to understand that, hey, look, there's accountability in the type of men that you are picking.
Yes.
You cannot screen the narrative that They love the favorite thing. Niggas ain't shit. But if they're not shit, you're not shit because you pick these. Wait. Let me say this. Because you pick them. So the bottom line is, I want them to understand and identify who they're dealing with, so they can put themselves in a position where they can change the narrative and identify who they're dealing with. Identify who they're dealing with, so they can change the kind of man to me. Because I'm not saying that there's not bad men out here. There are shitty men out here.
So you don't think men?
I want them to realize and identify that this is the same kind of person that you're dealing with, and this is why. Why you're dealing with the same type of person, and the most common reason is they jump into relationships with these men that they barely know. And when you barely know them, this is when I dig into psychology of you dealing to a man with a kind of trauma that you don't know that kind of exists.
Yeah,
so
and
when,
you ignore
so
it.
when the
And
flaws,
you can help it and fix it.
When the flaws and the red flags come out, you don't see that because you just jump. You're just happy. You think that you're in love, but at the end of the day, you're not. You're not. You just want some type of security,
Is this
some type
a
of protection.
relationship podcast for women to get advice? I think men need it because men are the ones complaining. Men are complaining, right?
No.
Are you complaining? Are you complaining?
Women have been complaining.
No, it should be about y'all.
Hold on.
Talk
I'm not
about what
complaining
y'all
about me.
don't, what y'all don't like, or
I'm fine.
no, I'm talking about
I'm
as
not
a man.
complaining about me.
I'm talking about as a
All I'm
man.
saying is,
I'm cool.
Why
I have
y'all
a
talking?
question.
Why is
I'm
it
cool.
always about a
But I have a
woman?
question.
Y'all not
I'm
women.
happily married. I ain't got no complaints.
No, y'all.
I ain't
That's the
checking.
thing. I have a
I'm
question
straight.
though. When it comes down to you, I have a question for
Right.
what you just said.
Right.
So in the beginning of the podcast, or toward the beginning of the podcast,
women
you
don't need
said
no
that
advice from no
women
man.
control the sex and men control the
Give advice
relationship,
to
right?
men.
Hold on. Let me hear what she has to say.
In the middle or beginning of this podcast, you said women control the sex, men control the relationships, right? So why are you giving advice to women about, I get it, ladies, you need to be mindful of who you're picking. There are patterns. But why are you giving this advice to women? Why are you not telling men? Because these men are the ones putting them in the relationship, right? They're providing the relationship. Okay, I get what you're saying. Like as far as I get what you're saying as far as like, okay, women, y'all need to do better. You need to get to know these men. That's why I was looking at Smoove crazy because I told him I'm like, more women, they just fuck these dudes, get pregnant, do whatever with these dudes, and they don't really know who they're dealing with until years later after the fact. So that's why I was looking at him agreeing with what you're saying, because dating culture isn't what it used to be. There's hardly any courting in modern society. I dig that. But on the flip side, you should also equally be telling these guys, stop jumping in relationships or promising relationships to these women when you equally have trauma and all this. It's not just up to women to figure out, oh, I'm with him, he keeps cheating on me and stuff. Oh, well, how long have you known him? Did you know him?
I want to answer.
And that's fine.
All right, let her finish up.
I feel like it should go both ways. I mean, I've been standing on the same point this whole podcast. I think it should go both ways.
Right. Okay. So I want to. That first question you asked there was what?
Why aren't we giving men the same advice? Stop committing to relationships with these women that you're not sure in your own masculinity.
The complaints and the things, the concerns that men bring to the table. Why I have conversations with women, the vast majority of them are women, is because I take the information that's given to me by men from what they experience from their real life experiences.
Throw a like on this joint if you haven't already.
And I bring those examples to the table to align with the things that women tell me that they're dealing with these kind of men. Like I want to paint the image to mind you, my platform is a men's platform.
Okay.
But I speak to women because I'm bringing the issues I want to bring the issues to light that they talk about that they can't see, and what I'm bringing to them is the things that men are talking about that they can't bring out to the women, but through my voice, I'm going to make them hear.
So why can't the men bring it out to the women? Because I'm just saying, I mean, me personally, I know more men, as Smoove said, eat that shit, figure it out, leave it at work, leave it at home, figure it out yourself, don't want to talk about it with my chick. That's it. And of course, with you as a relationship counselor, you're sitting here giving advice and talking to these, men, and you hear what they're saying. right?
Take us to the streets TV. Shoot a fat with Smoove. What's what you got?
Hello, yes, I just want to say that I really enjoy the podcast.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for all of the content and the great conversations.
Are you a first time listener, or have you been with us for a sec?
I've been with you all for a second.
Are you subscribed?
Yes, I am.
My homegirl. What's up? What you got for us today?
So the thing is, I just wanted to, I really wanted to just kind of, it's a suggestion in a sense. First, I want to thank the relationship expert who's here. Thank you.
Thank you.
And if I'm understanding this correctly, I've been in a situation where I can speak, and I'm going to say from personal experience, I've been with somebody where it was just kind of like, I guess you could say I was a quote-unquote side chick, and where I've been in a committed relationship where I was the main chick. So I'm looking at it in both perspectives.
All right.
What I will say is what I'm gathering from the relationship expert is for women, for us women. I think what he's trying to say, the relationship expert, is pause for a second and listening. Less talking and more listening. And as far as the man is concerned, when his clients come to him and they talk to him about their concerns, women, we're so quick to be reactive, where we just need to say, hey, listen, it's not what we aren't doing correct or what we could be doing. It could be a slew of things, but just pause for a second and take the time out to acknowledge what he's saying, how he's feeling. You don't have to agree. You don't have to accept it right away. You don't have to correct it. But pause and just listen. That's all he's doing is telling you. The relationship expert is saying, like, when the guys come to him and express their grievances, their concerns,
I love it.
we as women just listen. That's it.
Woo!
That's all you gotta do. You don't have to agree with it, but just listen and say, okay, I acknowledge where he's coming from, where my man is coming from. I don't agree with it, but I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna take heed, and I'm gonna go back, and maybe I might ponder for a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it might be on the fence for a little bit. That's okay, but listen. You can't.
Bitches that's listening, they married already.
Listen.
Women that don't listen married already.
Word. And you're referring to the women that don't listen, pretty much, what you're saying.
Yeah, but they married though.
Yeah, I mean, but there's a lot of women that are.
Hold on, let it go.
When I first called, I said I come from, I know how to be objective because I've been a quote-unquote side chick. I've been in a serious relationship. So it's not so much, oh, you're married. So no. Because again, like I said, when I first called, I said that I've been in the background, playing side, playing my part, and I've been the main chick, playing my part. So I know, I come from experience. I know both sides. And what I'm getting from the relationship expert is that we don't listen. We're so quick to be reactive. Just listen. Pause. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to, support it or be behind it. Just listen and acknowledge it. If the man is coming, your man coming to him and saying, hey, I feel like I'm not getting enough respect. I feel like, whatever the case may be.
Here's what I gotta ask.
I still feel like it has to go
I'm gonna
both ways.
ask one thing real quick, and I'm gonna let you go. From your perspective, have you had the mindset that these females are demonstrating at one point and then changed it?
Absolutely.
And what is your result from then to now?
My result from then and now is that I'm a little bit more inclined to just not being so reactive, acknowledging it as such, being able to try to look at it in different perspectives, being able to empathize. No, I'm not a man. I will never be a man. I will always be a woman. But I'm able to empathize with other people. I don't have to personally be that person.
Now, what I wanted to know real quick was,
empathize.
Has it worked better or worse for you, or the same?
To answer that question, I can't say if it works better or worse. I just feel like me as a person, for me, whether I'm with for a man or woman relationship, whatever the case may be, as an individual, it has helped me.
And so it has been better for you.
Can we get an age in a
Say that again?
So in other words, it has been better for you as an individual, changing your perspective.
I would say so. That comes with experience. That comes with wisdom. That I don't always gotta be right. I don't always gotta get the last word.
Gotcha.
I don't always gotta. No, I don't gotta do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because have a lot more weight and stuff, or just letting stuff resonate. Sometimes I have people in relationships where they just be like, you come back to it and be like, you know what, I thought about what you said. And it's like, and it's like, oh, maybe that sorry that I was looking for, I got it, just because I learned how to just wait and be patient and not be right, get the last answer, get the last word, do all that. Like, I don't know if it comes with wisdom, but then again, it might not even be age or wisdom. It might just be the individual. We all grow.
So one of the females here does want to ask how old you are. I said one of the females here is asking how old you are.
38.
Gotcha. Okay, that's wisdom.
Hey, hey, how you doing?
Go ahead.
This is A1 G's from Relationship Talk with G's. And I want to truly say thank you. Just to touch on to what you said, you're right. Like, men are like men's needs are like cologne.
We don't care about your needs.
Hold on.
That's the problem. That's the problem right there.
Let him go. You're gonna learn that eventually.
No, are you single or are you in a relationship?
I'm saying,
I have her on the phone 1 second. Men's needs are men's needs and what they're asking for is like cologne. Little goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Little goes a long way, and we're asking for the most. All we want is the most simple things. If we can move forward with a right now, today, focus on tomorrow mindset, and try to sit there, have a conversation, and just actually talk, and like you said, try to listen to what we've been trying and struggling to tell.
What if we listen to our man, not you?
Hold on. Struggle and listening to tell, then, just maybe half the issues that come across in relationships wouldn't happen. Like, we don't even get a chance to be heard because the need, the shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right always comes out as an immediate repulse. It's like a blowfish. It's like a blowfish. Like, it just comes out like they just can't help it. If we could take a tick down, it's not about the fact of what it is. It's about the fact of what needs to change. It's what you need to force yourself and train yourself to change. Unlearn what you have learned.
Got it. So check it. No. I'm gonna let you close out, home girl. We about to end this show in a sec. We've been running.
I didn't even say hi.
Say hi. But then they're gonna close.
Love.
Go ahead.
Hello, love. Can't even. I definitely agree with your perspective as far as listening, and through this whole show I've been saying the same thing. I feel like it goes for men and women, because I'm sure you could agree there's plenty of men that don't listen to females' needs as well. And I think it really comes down to a healing perspective for everyone, and people stop jumping, because everyone has their reason for relationships, right? Some people feel like, oh, I'm getting too old, I need to be with someone, I don't want to die alone. Some people are looking for a mother, and some people are looking for a father in their partner. All type of dysfunction, and I feel like your mindset is valid. Like, what I mean? Sometimes it's not about getting the last word in, but at the same time, same thing for men. It's when a woman is speaking and he's just shrugging her off like, you're back on your bullshit, it's equally damaging to the female. So
absolutely.
I think that's the thing. I think
agreements where I've been saying, talking to somebody that I'm with, and I'm saying, listen, it's not a matter of, I don't expect you to feel or how I feel, but this is how, if I'm feeling a certain way, just acknowledge that me feeling that way. You can't say it's right or wrong. You're not me.
Exactly, and a lot of men do that as well. So as I said, like this whole thing I just been saying, I don't think there's the main issue, if we were to really break it down, and you could tell me if you agree, is that people need to stop staying in toxic relationships, learn to love on themselves, and find the person they're actually meant to be, instead finding the mother, the father, the staying with someone that they're not happy with. I mean, marriage is a different ball game because finances and kids and everything else are involved, but in the budding states of a relationship, I just feel like it shouldn't be about anything more than getting the right fit. And if the shoe doesn't fit for you, then just fucking find another pair.
True.
for men and
You
women.
Excellent.
definitely have to love yourself first. I mean, that's just for anything.
That's a
You gotta love
fact.
yourself first.
And
That's it. And I feel that with people, if you're going to be, my thing is this, people, you can make a decision. We all know. I don't know about you guys. I can't speak for you, but I know what it's like. I don't think people are certain people are in situations for the sake of being there. Everybody has a choice. Okay, everybody has a choice to, no matter what, I
took
can't
the
hold
words right out my mouth.
say this. At the end of the day, it's a choice that you make. And so, I don't feel like people could just be at certain places just because, okay, I'm going to just go ahead and just be miserable for the rest of my life. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No, that's
I
real.
feel like eventually you got a choice. You know what I'm saying? So it's something there that's worth, maybe you could see it. Sometimes it be forces that are out of your control, just like in fate. People meet each other. Some people, they stay together for 20 years and they break up and then they come back together. Sometimes it's fate, sometimes it's destined. But I definitely think that it's a joint effort, and you can't clap with one hand. Like, it's an effort.
It's true.
Gotcha.
Just as much as that person might be, wanting to walk, it's an effort. It's a joint effort. So I don't really feel like people, of course, you need to be somewhere we don't want to be. At the same time, can't nobody force your feet to the fire. At the end of the day, when you're done, you're done. We all know what it's like to cut somebody short. We all know, you know what it's like to just be done with something, and that's
True.
just it.
And if
Nobody force you to do that.
And let me say, like, and these kind of men that, when I had these conversations with these women, these kind of men that they can't get through, this is when I say, like, you have the choice on whether you stay or whether you leave. If you choose to leave, fine, but what happens is we see a pattern of when they deal with the next kind of man, they meet them the same kind of way with the same length of time, and they don't know that they're dealing with the same kind of man, and then they come back in with the same kind of complaints. So when they finally come across a person who they don't realize is Mr. Right in their face, now they're coming guarded with the, men do this, men do that, men do that. Now they're coming guarded in a relationship, giving a new person something that he doesn't deserve because of what they dealt with somebody else.
That's damaged
Right,
and
because they're
jaded.
going in it with intention, with the wrong intentions. You go into something, you leave something, you dead it, it's done. My thing is this, the closest thing, when you love a person, the thing is, the reason why you go into, when people have these different issues where they move on, is because they genuinely, they still love that person. When you love a person, you're not in love or don't love a person, it's easy to just move on to something else because it's just like, hey, I can meet
No, it ain't because you fed up or you looking for a rebound.
We got you.
We leave a situation where they still got stuff that's just
I hear rebound.
Got you. So, got you. Hey, listen, we appreciate you calling up. Your perspective was absolutely appreciated. I feel like by everyone in the room.
100%.
It was very honest, genuine, and we appreciate you. Hopefully you subscribe today and share this joint with a bunch of people. Please do. We appreciate you, and we definitely are looking forward to hearing from you again.
100% love.
Out, but definitely appreciate
Keep your head
you.
right. You're doing good. She on the right path. Hey.
I appreciate you.
No problem. You have a good
And
night.
thank me for instigating.
Right.
And she's like, and thank you for instigating
Hey,
this
bro.
girl over here.
There are some people who absolutely enjoyed your perspective today and probably will want to book you for a consult. So give everyone your information and let us know what's up with that, how they can find you, where they can find you, and everything else.
Okay, so you can find me on for YouTube, Relationship Talk with G's, Geez. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Relationship Talk with G's. Like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you hit that gray bell for all notifications. You can also find me on my Instagram page, the same name, Relationship Talk with G's. If you do want to book a one-on-one session with me, the booking link is actually in my bio. I have non-stop sessions, like literally 6 days a week. I don't speak about it that much because private sessions are private sessions are private sessions, period. And we sign non-disclosures. But the work has always been done in the background. I want to say this. There was a point in time where I did take a 3-month hiatus off of social media.
You took a hiatus, fellas.
But I was still doing these private sessions in the background. The conversation and work was still being done. All I care about is the work is being done. But when I come on a platform, the conversation is had just to spread the conversation. So,
True.
if you want to book a one-on-one session with me, just follow my page, Relationship Talk with G's. I'm a phone call away. You can contact me.
And his at for his Instagram is in the description.
What do you have to say to your haters?
Nah.
Oh.
Fuck. I'll give you a half.
You gotta
I'll give you a half a bar.
I do want to say something though because Smoove was telling me something. You know, that a lot of people had something to say about about my love and infatuation for the button ups and stuff like that. So I had to give him a little drip. You feel me? I have to say I'm gonna just make it even.
Hey man, you may as well spin around for him, man. Let them see it.
This guy.
That's right, music, but
I can't even right now. I can't even.
Spin around something like that, but showing a little drip. You feel me? Match your glass to blue. You see the drip?
Yo, I hate y'all right now. I'm done.
Yeah, we're I sing it video. I ain't doing no twist and turn. That's cap. Wait, I'm gonna tell him to stop the cap.
We appreciate you. And hey, listen, every fan, every supporter, we appreciate you. Appreciate you. And yes, the motherfucking Bugatti is going to fall finally.
Oh.
Knight Rider wins.
People pick that one?
They picked Knight Rider. It only beat by 1 vote, but guess what?
Okay.
It won. So yes.
I'm gonna pick the other
Look,
one
it
for
had
the
a three week reigning champion here.
I want the blue one.
Hold on.
Me and boys like the blue one.
Look, this made a whole noise, and it's all cute and shit. It's making. Wait, we gotta do that again. Hold on. We gotta do that again.
Oh, poor baby.
Goodbye, haters.
I can't.
Knight Rider wins!
I knew you was waiting for that.
I was waiting for that. Oh, I was.
Guess who?
I was waiting for Knight Rider to win. Thank you, voters.
Bye, y'all.
We love you. I am a slave to the mob, and all my mobsters. I love you for voting the mother-loving Trans Sam.
And I thank y'all for having me.
Kit. Knight Rider.
It's good
We
having
appreciate
you.
you for coming through A1G's.
good.
This was a legit joint. We
Bye,
ran way
y'all.
over fucking
Make sure
time.
you guys
More
like
than
it.
3
Like
hours.
it, like it, like
Let's
it.
get it. We love it. We
Like
love it.
it.
Like this, share this, subscribe this. Definitely check out
And make good
A1G's.
choices.
You already know what's up.
Bye.
We appreciate you, and of course,
They woke me out my sleep, y'all.
as always, stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty.
Good job.
Yeah.